Warrior Lore. Chapter 4091. Inside a building in the Ahwa tribe, two figures were looking outside. These two figures looked the same as the living beings of the Six Paths universe. But if one looked closely at their pupils, they would find that there was something different. In the deepest part of their pupils, there seemed to be a planet. This was their unique characteristic, the unique characteristic of the Void Universe's Void Royalty. The Void Universe and the Nine Origin Universe had been enemies for 3 or 4 eons. During the last few eons, a series of fierce and terrible battles broke out. Overall, there were winners and losers. The Void Tower of the Void Universe's royalty had also flown to the sky above the chaotic continent. The experts of the Nine Origin Universe had also stepped into the Void Universe's interior. The strength of the two sides was close. As for why the Nine Origin Universe and the Void Universe were enemies, Wang Xian did not know. Currently, whenever the experts of the Void Universe met the experts of the Nine Origin Universe, it was usually a fight to the death. Not long ago, the 12 ancestral sorcerers had killed an expert of the Void Universe. When the Heaven Origin Creation experts of the Void Universe heard of this, they were furious. The two figures on the upper floor looked out of the window. One of them had a gleam in his eyes. Is that the aura of the Nine Origin Universe? The other Heavenly Yuan Creation Realm expert frowned slightly and asked the figure opposite him. Yes. The figure opposite him nodded and narrowed his eyes. If we weren't 10,000 meters away, I wouldn't have been able to sense it. A Heaven Origin Creation expert of the Nine Origin Universe. This Heaven Origin Creation expert looks unfamiliar, and his aura is different from the ones we've met before. Aren't the Nine Origin Universe full of Heaven Origin Creation experts? Why is there another Heaven Origin Creation expert? In addition, the figure beside him is also a Heaven Origin Creation expert. He doesn't have the aura of the Nine Origin Universe, so he should be from another universe. He continued speaking with a puzzled look on his face. Anyone who mingles with the Nine Origin Universe is an enemy. The Heaven Origin Creation Realm powerhouse opposite him said coldly, this unfamiliar figure might be a powerhouse of the Nine Origins universe who used some method to help him break through in another universe. Attack? Another Heavenly Yuan Creation Realm expert from the Void Cosmos said in an eerie tone. Attack. The figure on the other side nodded heavily. However, at the same time, Wang Xian, Qilin Bull and the rest, who were about to enter a building, paused. They could clearly sense that someone was staring at them. Moreover, they could faintly sense that these gazes were hostile. Furthermore, the energy harnessed within the other party's body was rather unique. They immediately looked over. By the time they looked over, the two figures had already disappeared. They could clearly sense that there was a wave of energy on their side. Spatial power. Be careful. Wang Xian sensed the energy instantly. His eyes narrowed. Without any hesitation, he launched an attack in the direction he sensed. The power of space. This was the power of space, and Wang Xian was very familiar with it. Currently, his Void Divine Dragon Body had reached the Ninth Order Universe Sovereign Realm. Other than the 9 elements, he was most familiar with the spatial element. Boom! Wang Xian's arm turned into a claw and clawed out. At the same time, hundreds of thoughts ran through his mind. As soon as he touched the other party immediately attacked. Wang Xian was confident that he had not offended any other Creation Realm experts, especially since it was of the spatial attribute. Then there was only one possibility. The other party had a grudge against the Nine Essences universe. There was no room for doubt in the Void Universe. There are invaders from other universes. Report to your leader immediately. Invaders from other universes are here. Kill them. Wang Xian did not hesitate as he roared. His voice reverberated throughout the entire Arcane Fire tribe. All the experts and disciples of the tribe were taken aback when they heard this sudden voice. Some of the experts felt the energy coming from this direction and their faces were filled with trepidation. Boom. At this time, Wang Xian's attack had already landed at the position where the experts from the Void Universe were about to appear. However, when his attack landed, it did not hit the two of them. The two experts from the Void Universe had forcefully changed their positions during the space teleportation. Upon hearing Wang Xian's words, The two creation realm experts in the Void universe were shocked to see that Wang Xian could predict their location. All experts and disciples, retreat. Anyone who dares to invade our Void universe shall die. Wang Xian frowned slightly when he saw them appear in another position. He roared again. With a shake of his body, the flames below him shot up to the sky. At the same time, his energy moved all the surrounding living beings to the outside to prevent them from being implicated. The reason why Wang Xian shouted so loudly was to prevent the creation realm experts from this universe from locking on and pursuing him. Although he would be exposed, he could at least cause some interference. He could create more trouble for the guys from the Void universe. Wang Xian did not understand why the other party suddenly attacked them. However, he would not let them have it easy. Cunning guy. The two creation realm experts from the Void universe were a little embarrassed when they saw Wang Xian's terrifying power of flames. They were the first to launch a sneak attack and were discovered. Now, the other party even released such a powerful power of flames. In the various universes, the space attribute was also said to be the king. Even a space attribute expert who had just stepped into the creation realm could fight against two experts of the same level. However, in this Six Paths universe, they could not unleash their full strength. This was because there was no space energy in this universe. They could only use the energy stored in their bodies. As a result, their combat effectiveness would be greatly reduced. In addition, Wang Xian possessed the fire attribute and could make use of the surrounding fire attribute energy. Under such circumstances, they were no match for Wang Xian in a one-on-one fight. Let's go, guys from the Nine-Source universe. Just you wait. We will not let you off. The two creation realm experts from the Void universe did not hesitate. With a roar, they teleported into the distance. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Their bodies flickered and disappeared quickly. Chase. Wang Xian looked over and immediately shouted at Qilin Bull. Then, they quickly flew towards the place where the two creation realm experts from the Void universe had disappeared. At this moment, Wang Xian did not look too good. Now that such a situation had occurred, Wang Xian and Qilin Bull were completely exposed. Although the two creation realm experts from the Void universe were also exposed, they had the space attribute and could escape easily. Chapter 4092. Wang Wang Wang. The two creation realm, heavenly Yuan experts from the Void universe quickly teleported away. Wang Xian and the rest chased after them. They left behind a group of shocked disciples from the Arcane Fire Tribe. Experts flew out from the depths of the Arcane Fire Tribe. They looked at the gradually disappearing energy with fear and horror on their faces. Are they the powerful enemies from the outer domain that the Divine Fire Tribe leader mentioned? I think so. The energy that erupted just now was at the pinnacle of the Universe Lord realm. This is under the suppression of our universe. I heard that they are creation realm heavenly Yuan experts. How terrifying. Report to the Divine Fire Tribe immediately. Nine-Source universe? And that strange teleportation ability. What is that? Why are they invading us? What is it for? The cataclysm has not arrived yet. The experts from the Arcane Fire Tribe spoke with lingering fear. Although the Arcane Fire Tribe also had pinnacle of the Universe Lord realm, they knew that those who invaded their universe were creation realm heavenly Yuan experts. Fortunately, with the suppression of the universe, the strength of the invaders could be reduced to below creation realm heavenly Yuan experts. They immediately sent this news to the Divine Fire Tribe. Boss, who are they? At the same time, Unicorn Bull asked Wang Xian in astonishment. They are creation realm heavenly Yuan experts from the Void universe. The Void universe and the Nine-Source universe are enemies. Wang Xian flew quickly and frowned. I don't know the exact situation, but it seems like a war will break out when the experts from the two universes meet. Looking ahead, he could no longer sense the traces of the two experts in the Void universe. The space attribute was almost invincible in terms of speed. Wang Xian's wind and thunder power had not hit the other party just now. Boss, our tracks have been exposed. Where are we going now? Qilin Bull asked. For safety's sake, let's leave the fire plains and go to the grassland. Wang Xian hesitated for a moment before replying. What happened just now might have caught the attention of the creation realm heavenly Yuan experts from the Six Paths universe. If they had the means or treasures to track them, Wang Xian and the rest would be in grave danger. Besides, we have to be careful of the two guys from the Void Universe. Wang Xian added with a tinge of coldness on his face. The two fellows from the Void Universe were not worried about being exposed because of their space attribute abilities. Qilin Bull nodded. If they dare to attack again, lock them with wind and thunder power and make them pay the price. Wang Xian muttered as he flew towards the grassland. His eyes flashed coldly. That fellow from the Nine Essences universe has very powerful reactions. Plus, he has the power of fire. We can't do anything to him. At the same time, two divine origin creation realm experts from the Void Universe spoke on a mountain peak in the distance. With our strength, there is indeed nothing we can do to them. Another Void expert nodded and looked to the right. According to the spatial ripples, they should be heading towards the grassland. Should we call a senior over? If a senior comes, we should be able to kill them. Realm Heave King's King should Realm Universe realm experts from should. They will Heaven Yuan of the Realm Xian King experts will. They Xian of another Void expert shook his head. Let's focus on the Heaven Yuan fortune treasure. Ask if there are any seniors in the Six Paths Cosmos grassland. If there are, they wouldn't mind helping, said the Saint Heavenly Yuan Xian reluctantly. During the last cataclysm, his entire army and many of his descendants had died at the hands of the Nine Source Universe experts. If he had the chance to kill the Nine Source Universe experts, he would not give it up. Then ask if any of them are in the grassland. The Saint Heavenly Yuan Xian nodded after some hesitation. The Void Universe only had one space attribute. Logically speaking, only one Heavenly Yuan Xian of the Void Universe could be born. However, due to their powerful space attribute, during the cataclysm, the Heaven Origin Creation Realm experts of the Void Universe would bring their disciples who had the opportunity to break through to a space attribute universe. They would occupy the space attribute quota in that universe and break through to the next level. This led to the aggressive nature of the Void Universe. The fact that the Void Universe could fight against the Nine Source Universe and not be at a disadvantage proved that they were very strong. Otherwise, the fallen Shadow Devil Emperor and the other experts of the Nine Source Universe would have killed them. The two experts from the Void Universe moved and flew towards the grassland. They quickly teleported to the front, leaving behind some spatial eyes in the void. Once they passed through here, they would enter the line of sight of the spatial eye and be discovered. The spatial eye was very well hidden and very difficult to discover. Even if they were discovered, they would have already received the information from the spatial eye. They were also able to determine the other party's location. Many existences who had just entered the divine origin creation realm would find it difficult to discover this secret technique of theirs. Let's go. The two divine origin creation realm experts in the Void Universe left some spatial eyes in the void and then left. It was also impossible for them to continue wasting time with Wang Xian and the rest. Wang Xian and Qilin Bull advanced forward, maintaining the speed of a fifth-order universe sovereign. At this moment, Wang Xian was shrouded in the aura of the wood attribute and held a wooden staff in his hand. They were very vigilant. After flying for a day, Wang Xian sensed something and looked in a direction. Without the slightest hesitation, he waved his arm, and a wave of energy directly attacked towards the right. Bam! In the blink of an eye, the sky to the right exploded, and the spatial attribute overflowed. Space attribute? Those two fellows from the Void Universe are still targeting us? Qilin Bull looked over, and a trace of anger flashed in his eyes. They should be monitoring us. Let's go. We'll take a detour. Wang Xian hesitated for a moment and said, it was impossible to change their destination. Moreover, since those fellows from the Void Universe wanted to target him, Wang Xian also wanted to take revenge. He had the 5 elements in his body, and the energy could be interchangeable. As long as he was not in the land of the dead, he would have a great advantage. He was not afraid of the experts from the Void Universe at all. Moreover, as long as the power of wind and lightning fell on them, it was hard to say who would be the one to deal with who. Boss, since they want to deal with us, then let's play with them, Qilin Bull said with a murderous look. Wang Xian squinted his eyes slightly. Play with them. We can put the matter of the divine origin creation realm treasure aside. However, after the Dragon King was ambushed by them, he obviously had his eyes on them and wanted to drag it out with them. TSK, this Dragon King is really brave. He's a vengeful person. An ancestral sorcerer sighed. This matter may have something to do with us. If the Dragon King wants to waste time with them, then let's give Kong one to him. This way, we can continue to be on good terms with him. The ancestral sorcerer in the center said, Sure, I agree. The Dragon King's potential hasn't reached its peak yet. He shouldn't be at the peak of the universe ruler realm right now. When he advances again, his strength will be comparable to ours. Moreover, the difficulty of his advancement will be much easier than that of a Sky Yuan creation realm powerhouse. We can invest in him. The group of ancestral sorcerers nodded in agreement. Putting aside their previous cooperation, given Wang Xian's potential, they felt that they could invest in him and build a good relationship. All right, I'll send the message to him. The ancestral sorcerer with a human head and a snake body nodded and sent their message over. At the same time, Wang Xian, who was flying towards the grassland, was surprised when he saw the message from the 12 ancestral sorcerers. The 12 ancestral sorcerers are very honest and are even willing to let me use a treasure for the time being. Wang Xian looked at the message and was pleasantly surprised. The treasure of the 12 ancestral sorcerers could detect the location of experts in the void universe, especially in a universe without space attributes like the Six Paths universe. Moreover, the 12 ancestral sorcerers also told him about how they killed the experts from the void universe. Could it be because the 12 ancestral sorcerers killed the Sky Yuan creation realm experts from the void universe? That's why the two experts from the void universe attacked us? Lin Niu, who was at the side, said when he saw the message. That's highly possible. However, they chose the wrong target. Wang Xian squinted his eyes and revealed a cold and sinister look. He didn't care if it was because the 12 ancestral sorcerers killed them. Since the experts from the void universe wanted to attack him, he would retaliate. Wang Xian replied to the 12 ancestral sorcerers. Soon, the 12 ancestral sorcerers replied with an address. The 12 ancestral sorcerers are at the Ajin mountain range. Let's go look for them, Wang Xian said to Lin Niu before flying towards the Ajin mountain range. The Ajin mountain range wasn't very close. However, after Wang Xian gave up on heading to the grassland, they didn't hide too much and flew at full speed. Midway, they came to the location of a tribe and made a teleportation. The Six Paths universe had a teleportation formation that was created by the Sky Yuan creation realm experts of the Six Paths universe. With the teleportation formation as a transfer point, Wang Xian and the rest arrived at the Ajin mountain range in half a year. Dragon King. Not long after entering the Ajin mountain range, the 12 ancestral sorcerers welcomed them. They looked at Wang Xian and Lin Niu and greeted them with a smile. Thank you, ancestral sorcerers, for giving me the treasure this time. Wang Xian thanked them with a beaming face. You're welcome. The void universe is the enemy of all living beings in the nine-source universe. The ancestral sorcerer in the middle smiled and shook his head. With a wave of his arm, a compass with spatial attributes flew towards him. This compass is called the Space Rune. It can detect powerful spatial forces. In this universe, the effect is greatly enhanced. You can sense it from far away. Not long ago, we also sensed an expert from the void universe through the Space Rune. We cursed him and killed him. The ancestral sorcerer in the middle introduced. Ancestral sorcerers, you are really amazing. You have all kinds of treasures. Wang Xian's eyes lit up. He took it and sensed it. These are just some small tricks. Dragon King, you have to be careful when dealing with experts from the void universe. They are good at sneak attacks and escaping. You have to act within your means. The ancestral sorcerer in the middle reminded him. I know. Wang Xian nodded his head. He looked at the 12 ancestral sorcerers and asked with a smile, I wonder what ancestral sorcerers have gained in the Six Paths universe? Nothing at all. We are guessing that the Sky Yuan creation treasure might not be fully born yet. The Ten Arms ancestral sorcerer shook his head. Chapter 4094. The 12 witches did not receive any news about the heavenly Yuan creation treasure. They had arrived earlier than Wang Xian. They had also searched more places than Wang Xian. However, they had not found any news about the heavenly Yuan creation treasure. According to their deductions and senses, the heavenly Yuan creation treasure should not have been born yet. Wang Xian chatted briefly with the 12 witches before they parted ways. When a large number of heavenly Yuan creation realm experts gathered together, they would be easily discovered by the heavenly Yuan creation realm experts of this universe. Once they were discovered, it would be difficult for them to fight back. After all, their strength was suppressed. The heavenly Yuan creation realm experts of the Six Paths universe were invincible in their own universe. Unless a dozen heavenly Yuan creation realm experts teamed up and attacked one of them with their trump cards. Otherwise, they would not be able to fight back. Let's go to the grassland, Wang Xian said to Qilin. They flew in the direction of the grassland again. The two heavenly Yuan creation realm experts of the Void universe should be in the grassland. It was impossible for them to lock onto him. Their target was the heavenly Yuan creation treasure. There was no reason for the two experts of the Void universe to keep tracking them. Therefore, Wang Xian deduced that they were in the grassland. Wang Xian and Qilin arrived at the grassland a year later. The grassland of the Six Paths universe was a real grassland. There were all kinds of plants as far as the eye could see. Occasionally, they could see some forests and rivers flowing through it. The entire grassland was exceptionally beautiful and full of vitality. The rich vitality of the wood element made this area exceptionally beautiful. Begin the search. Wang Xian moved his palm and took out the empty word compass to read the information on it. The scouting treasure created by the 12 witches was still very effective. In addition, the heavenly Yuan creation realm experts who entered the Six Paths universe were usually in the Six Treasure Lands. Therefore, the chances of Wang Xian and Qilin finding them in the grassland were still very high. According to the 12 witches, there are more than a dozen heavenly Yuan creation realm experts in the Void universe. I should be able to find them. Wang Xian thought to himself as he flew in the direction of the grassland. He opened a map and started a carpet search. There is a tribe in front. Let's go. After searching for half a year, Wang Xian looked ahead and said to Qilin. Wang Xian carried a wood attribute bow and arrows on his back and a wood attribute sharp sword in his hand. His body exuded a wood-attributed energy. This kind of attire was very common in the grasslands. The Qilin bull at the side was shrouded in Wang Xian's wood-attribute energy. If it wasn't for the creation of Sky Yuan, one wouldn't be able to tell. The tribes in the grassland were all located in a large forest. The trees grew into the shape of houses. It was exceptionally beautiful at first glance. However, when Wang Xian entered the front of the tribe, the spatial text compass in his hand vibrated slightly. A ball of energy appeared on the empty spatial compass. When Wang Xian saw the changes on the empty text, his eyes narrowed. I really didn't expect to find a divine essence creation stage powerhouse here. The corner of Wang Xian's mouth arched into a faint smile. According to the information displayed on the space word compass, the creation realm experts in this Void universe were very far away from Wang Xian. He was probably in another part of the tribe. Between creation realm experts, in this Six Paths universe, when both sides are trying their best to conceal their auras, it would be difficult to discover each other unless they are within a range of tens of thousands of meters. This spatial text compass is very powerful. It is indeed made for the experts in the Void universe. However, the detection range of this spatial text compass is still limited. Wang Xian murmured. He gestured to Qilin beside him and flew in another direction of the tribe. It's just ahead, about 20,000 meters away. According to the information on the spatial text compass, Wang Xian calculated in his heart and looked in that direction. Wang Xian didn't make a move immediately. In fact, he wasn't even prepared to do it himself. It was impossible for him and the Qilin bull to kill a divine essence creation realm expert from the Void universe. Therefore, he was prepared to borrow strength. The 12 ancestors of sorcery had killed a creation realm expert from the Void universe. In fact, they weren't the ones who killed him personally. Instead, they had placed a curse on him. This curse could keep his body exposed and attract the attention of the creation realm experts in the Six Paths universe. Then, they would come and kill him. Wang Xian didn't have the ability to cast curses, but he had an ability: searching the void. As long as he locked onto a Heaven Essence Creation Realm expert in the Void Universe, he only needed to transmit the information to the Heaven Essence Creation Realm expert in that universe. As for how to transmit the information, Wang Xian already had a plan. His body moved, and he immediately flew into the distance, entering the interior of the tribe. Soul capture. With a flick of his mind, Wang Xian locked his gaze on a few first-order and second-order universe sovereigns and immediately unleashed his soul assimilation power. Waves of information flowed into his mind. Finally, he locked onto a middle-aged man. This middle-aged man's grandfather was the elder of this tribe and had the strength of an 8th-order universe sovereign. This tribe's strongest leader was only at the 9th-order universe sovereign realm. All right, let's try it out. Wang Xian had a plan in mind. He controlled the middle-aged second-order universe sovereign expert to come to the area that the spatial text compass was pointing at, about 100,000 meters away. Wang Xian looked in that direction and moved his palm. The unbeginning sacred wings void capture power gathered in his hand. With a wave of his arm, a wave of energy accurately covered that area. At the same time, on a building in that area, an old man sat there drinking tea. Suddenly, his eyes narrowed as he sensed a wave of energy coming towards him. The energy wasn't strong, but he realized that he couldn't dodge it at all. What's going on? It's not the Six Paths Universe's attribute. It's the wind and lightning attribute. He stood up in an instant, and his figure immediately disappeared. He teleported to a position in the sky, but at this moment, he sensed that the energy sitting on his body wasn't from the Six Paths Universe. There are creation realm experts from other universes nearby. His eyes flashed coldly as he quickly sensed the energy on his body. It's not the power of curses. It shouldn't be the 12 shamans of the 9 Origins universe. He checked and thought to himself. However, he also realized that this energy was attached to his body, and he had to get rid of it completely. Someone is definitely trying to kill me. He made up his mind, and without any hesitation, he instantly teleported far away. Chapter 4095. He escaped? How cautious. Wang Xian's eyes flickered as he watched the creation realm expert from the Void Universe leave. In the Six Paths universe, no one dared to engage in a prolonged battle. Otherwise, it would be suicidal. Although the experts who entered this universe all had trump cards and could be resurrected, but they would definitely have to pay the price. Take Wang Xian and Qilin, for example. Their trump card for resurrection was the soul revival fruit. Wang Xian was in a better situation. After his death, the progenitor tree could directly pull his soul into the Dragon Palace. This guaranteed that he would not die. However, if Wang Xian really died and lost his physical body, he would need a large amount of resources to recover his strength. The amount of resources required was terrifying. In fact, the Dragon Palace did not have the resources to return him to his peak after his death. Of course, if Wang Xian's corpse could be brought back after his death, then his losses would be minimal. He would not need to consume too many resources to recover. The other creation realm experts would also have to pay a price, unless they really had a heaven-defying resurrection treasure. But such treasures were too few and far between. The creation realm expert from the Void Universe sensed that something was amiss. When he did not discover the attacker, he chose to leave immediately without any hesitation. Wang Xian saw him fleeing and immediately manipulated the middle-aged man beside him to fly towards the center of the tribe. His eyes were a little dull. His mind had been temporarily controlled by Wang Xian. Swish, swish, swish. Rumble, rumble, rumble. At this moment, the commotion here immediately attracted the attention of all the experts in the tribe. The aura just now was extremely terrifying. It made all the experts in the tribe shudder. One by one, the experts flew over. The leader of the tribe also flew over to feel the surges of energy. It doesn't seem to be energy from our universe, he murmured, and his expression changed. As a leader of a tribe in the grassland, he knew a lot about the current situation in the Six Paths universe. Moreover, one of the overlords of the grassland had also sent them some news. You are the leader of this tribe? At this moment, he saw a tribesman flying over. However, the words of this tribesman stunned him. His face was filled with astonishment. When he saw the tribesman's eyes dilate, his eyes narrowed. "I am," he immediately replied with a nervous expression on his face. "What did you do to my people?" The one who just left was an expert from another universe. There is a stream of energy here that can guide the direction of that expert. Pass this energy to the Heaven Origin Serendipity expert from your universe. Remember, you must pass this news to the Divine Origin Creation stage powerhouses of your universe. Otherwise, you won't be able to bear the consequences. As the middle-aged man's voice rang out, he held a sharp sword that contained the power of wind and lightning. The tip of the sword was pointing in one direction. As soon as he finished speaking, the middle-aged man's expression slowly returned to normal. However, the expression of the leader on the opposite side changed slightly. "Leader! Leader!" At this time, experts from various tribes flew over from behind. "Contact the chief of the Jiyuan tribe immediately. Tell him that you have information about the invaders." The leader didn't dare to hesitate and immediately ordered. Although he knew that the one who had controlled his tribesmen just now was probably an invader, he still didn't believe it. However, the matter of the intruder was of great importance. This was not something he dared to hide, and he had to report it in time. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to bear the consequences if they were punished by the Divine Origin Creation stage powerhouses. They immediately passed the news to the Jiyuan tribe. The Jiyuan tribe also reported the news to the Divine Origin Creation stage powerhouses. My subordinates sent a message saying that they encountered an invader. Moreover, the invader left behind a stream of energy that can guide another invader's location. At the same time, in the void at the center of the 6 treasured lands, there was an incomparably huge palace in the sky. In the center of the palace, there were 3 huge thrones. On the thrones sat 3 figures. One of them, whose body was glowing with golden light, looked at the information in his hand and said calmly, "Is the news true or false?" The figure shrouded in yellow energy, who looked like an earth giant, asked calmly, "The information from my subordinates is naturally true. As for the specifics, we don't know yet. However, we can go take a look." The metal-type figure replied, "Let's go take a look." Although a large number of Divine Origin Creation stage powerhouses have entered our universe, they can't play any tricks and we don't have to worry about traps. Also, the Void Universe's Heavenly Origin Creation Realm expert that I killed not long ago was obviously killed by another Heavenly Origin Creation pit. Among the invaders, there are many who hate us and want to use us to kill them. Although they want to use us to kill them, it's also a huge benefit for us. These invaders all have treasures to revive them, but their corpses are still incomparably huge treasures. Even if their attributes are different from our 6 Paths universe, the energy of their corpses is still incomparably precious. The figure shrouded in black and green energy said with a smile, "Hee, that's true. In our universe, we are invincible." Although they are coveting our universe's Divine Origin Creation stage treasure, if we can leave behind the corpses of a dozen Divine Origin Creation stage powerhouses, we won't lose much even if the treasure is taken away. The Earth-type giant nodded. Although the current situation was unfavorable for the 6 Paths universe, however, they were in their territory. How could they be so easily bullied? In fact, they had been plotting all along. Plotting to find the unknown Divine Origin Creation stage treasure, and plotting to kill the invaders. If they could kill the control-level Divine Origin Creation stage powerhouses and keep their corpses, they might be able to give birth to a new Divine Origin Creation stage powerhouse. As for the fact that someone wanted to use them to kill their enemies, they didn't care. What they wanted was the corpses of the Divine Origin Creation stage powerhouses. That was enough. Even if it wasn't the body of a Divine Origin Creation stage powerhouse, it was still precious and not something they could obtain. Especially the corpses of control-level Divine Origin Creation stage powerhouses. "I'll go take a look." The metal-type figure stood up and disappeared in an instant. In less than an hour, his figure appeared on the grassland. Just as they had said, this was their territory. They could use the teleportation formation to quickly travel to different areas. Chapter 4096. Sir, this energy is suspected to be left behind by an invader. They say it can lead us to other invaders. In a tribe on the plains, when the metal-type creation realm expert from the hexapath universe arrived, the tribe leader hurriedly knelt on the ground and reported the situation respectfully. Let's see what they're up to. The metal elemental divine origin creation realm expert moved his palm and held the energy in his hand, sensing it for a moment. His eyes flashed when he saw the sharp sword formed from the power of wind and thunder. The sword pointed in a certain direction. He hesitated for 2 seconds, then his body moved and disappeared in an instant. As a creation realm expert, his speed was not something a pinnacle universe ruler could match. Even a peak sovereign realm expert with the space element was a far cry from a heavenly origin realm expert. With the guidance of the wind and thunder sword, the metal-type creation realm expert from the hexapath universe flew quickly. At the same time, somewhere on the plains, in a dense forest, the creation realm expert from the void universe stood there. He was frowning as he sensed the power of wind and thunder in his body. This energy gave him a feeling of unease. The unfamiliar energy attached to his body was definitely not a good thing for him. However, this energy was very special. It would take him some time to get rid of it, at least 3 to 4 hours. I've been teleporting for 2 hours. I'm already very far away from that tribe. I need to get rid of this special energy first. Otherwise, I'm afraid something will happen. He muttered to himself. He already knew that an expert from his universe had been killed by the 12 witch ancestors of the 9-source universe. Fortunately, this energy was not the power of the curse. Fortunately, the other party did not have the strength of the 12 witch ancestors. If the 12 witch ancestors had set him up, he might not be able to get rid of the energy in his body. The 12 witch ancestors were at the control level. He immediately sat down cross-legged and started to get rid of the energy in his body. Oh, there really are creation realm experts from other universes, and they're of the space attribute. However, half an hour later, a golden figure flew over from a place not far away. He looked forward with a smile on his face. Regardless of the attribute, the corpse of a divine origin creation realm expert was an incomparably huge treasure. He narrowed his eyes slightly, and a shadow that looked like a golden leopard appeared behind him. This phantom disappeared instantly and attacked the divine essence creation realm experts in the void universe. The golden leopard's speed was extremely fast and terrifying. The moment the shadow of the golden leopard appeared, the eyes of the void universe's creation realm expert, who was sitting cross-legged and clearing the energy in his body, narrowed when he saw this scene. Without the slightest hesitation, he teleported away. At the same time, his face was full of embarrassment. The 6 Paths universe's heaven origin creation realm experts. They are experts from the 6 Paths universe. His face darkened. After teleporting once, his palm moved and a scroll appeared in his hand. He immediately opened the scroll. Buzz. In an instant, his figure disappeared again. The teleportation distance this time was very, very far. He even went straight to the edge of the grassland. As expected of a heavenly origin creation expert from another universe, as expected of a space attribute heavenly origin creation expert, the metal attribute heavenly origin creation realm expert immediately chased after him as he teleported. When he first saw the figure of the void universe expert, the figure had already started to turn illusory, following which he lost his sense of the void universe expert. This was the trump card of the heaven origin creation realm experts. If they encountered the 6 Paths universe's heaven origin creation realm experts, they would have a way to escape. They would also be able to quickly shake off his lock. However, the 6 Paths universe's metal attribute, heavenly origin creation realm expert looked at the wind and thunder sword in his hand. Looking at the direction it was pointing at, he burst forth with his strongest speed and headed towards the left. How did I get found out? The heaven origin creation realm expert, who had instantly left the void universe through a treasure, arrived at the edge of the grassland with a gloomy expression. This kind of long-distance teleportation treasure was hard to come by for him. It was very difficult to obtain. He did not have many in his possession. Now that he had used one, he felt a little heartache. Is it because of the wind and thunder power in my body? But even if my body is attached to this energy, the 6 Paths universe's heaven origin creation realm expert should not have arrived so quickly, right? Could this energy be a treasure that the Six Paths Universe's Heaven Origin Creation Realm expert obtained from the chaos? Or did he trade with other Heaven Origin Creation Realm experts? After I was discovered and enveloped by this energy, the Six Paths Universe's Heaven Origin Creation Realm expert rushed over. He guessed with an extremely ugly expression. He was somewhat bewildered and uncertain. Feeling the energy in his body, he gritted his teeth and continued to flee into the distance. Teleportation, 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 continuous teleportation. Soon, he was out of the grassland. You want to escape? Can you? Behind him, the Six Paths Universe's Heaven Origin Creation Realm expert was also flying continuously. Soon, he felt the aura of the Void Universe expert. His eyes were filled with coldness and awe. Those who covet the Six Paths Universe's treasure will have to pay a terrible price. As he spoke, his entire body underwent a huge change. From a completely human form, he turned into a golden leopard. The golden leopard emitted a holy majesty, turned into a golden light, and flew in the sky. His true form was a golden leopard. The metal elemental beast had broken through to the Heaven Origin Creation Realm, gained sentience, and possessed great strength. The golden leopard's speed was terrifying. Soon, he closed the distance between him and the Void Universe's Heaven Origin Creation Realm expert. When he saw the Void Universe's expert in front of him again, his eyes were filled with killing intent. Roar! He roared and directly pounced towards the Void Universe's Heaven Origin Creation Realm expert. Damn it, I've been targeted. It's definitely because of the energy in my body. If not for this energy, I wouldn't have been targeted. Who is it? When he saw the Six Paths Universe's Heaven Origin Creation Realm expert chasing after him again, a look of despair appeared on his face. He was confident that he could escape, but he could not be targeted by the Six Paths Universe's Heaven Origin Creation Realm expert in advance. Once targeted, he could only escape to the edge of the Six Paths Universe and into the chaos. Otherwise, being locked on would mean death. Now, he could no longer escape. He had to do something. Humph. You want to covet the Six Paths Universe's treasure? Die. The Void Universe's expert was shrouded in golden radiance, and he was completely sealed. The golden leopard appeared directly above him. Chapter 4097. Damn it! How did you lock onto me? Did you rely on the power of the wind and thunder? The Void Universe's Creation Realm powerhouse glared at the golden leopard when he realized that he couldn't escape. He was also a Creation Realm powerhouse, so he didn't fear the golden leopard at all. Hee, you have to ask who you have offended. Interesting. You guys actually want to use us to get rid of you, but we are willing to be used. The golden leopard flew over and didn't kill him immediately. Instead, he said coldly. After saying that, he raised his claws and a wave of golden energy completely sealed it. Then, he was killed instantly. After killing a divine origin creation realm expert, the golden leopard grinned and revealed a smile. The reason he had revealed this matter was also an overt plot. He wanted to tell the powerhouses of the Void Universe that someone was trying to harm them. The golden leopard knew that someone was using them to kill their opponents. However, he also hoped that this would happen more often. The Six Paths Universe was willing to be used and willing to help. After all, they could also reap great benefits by helping. Moreover, this benefit was something they couldn't get in the past. They even hoped that more and more Creation Realm powerhouses would tell them information about other Creation Realm powerhouses so that they could kill them one by one. The golden leopard put away the corpse, sneered, and left. Damn it, I was tricked by other Creation Realm powerhouses? After the expert in the Void Universe was killed, he was in another universe. Inside a huge void tower, a statue slowly opened its eyes, its face revealing a cold and angry expression. Wasn't this the work of a Creation Realm powerhouse of the Six Paths Universe? Was it another Creation Realm powerhouse who had tricked him? It's very likely that the 12 ancestral sorcerers of the Nine Origins universe killed General Jing Kong. He had a gloomy and helpless look on his face. He hesitated, gritted his teeth, and decided to continue into the Void Universe. He couldn't accept it. He wanted to know who had tricked him. In addition, He wanted revenge. Although he had suffered heavy losses this time, he was fortunate that he still had some treasures that could resurrect him. But this time, he had to be even more careful when he entered the Six Paths universe. If he were to die and revive again, he would need a long time to recuperate. He took out a communicator and immediately sent his message to the other Creation Realm experts in the Void universe. For special reasons, the Void universe could only give birth to one divine origin Creation Realm expert. After the first Creation Realm expert in the Void universe was born, he established a royal family. Void Royal Family. The Void Royalty was born. The first divine origin Creation Realm expert led his subordinates into other weaker universes, allowing his descendants to break through to the divine origin Creation Realm. That was how the Void Royal Family of today was formed, a huge empire. On the whole, the divine origin Creation Realm experts of the Void universe were more united than those of other universes. More unified. When his message was sent out, the rest of the Creation Realm experts in the Void universe immediately received the message. When they saw it, their eyes were slightly wide open. 2 Heaven Origin Creation Realm experts were killed in the Six Paths universe. Was someone targeting the Void universe? They had no choice but to be careful and vigilant. The energy of seeking enemies in the Void has disappeared. Did the Creation Realm expert of the Six Paths universe kill him, or did he get rid of the energy? At the same time, at the grassland of the Six Paths universe, Wang Xian sensed something and whispered to himself, "My seeking enemies in the Void shouldn't be that easy to get rid of." Moreover, that expert from the Void universe was just a beginner. Wang Xian murmured. He didn't think too much about it. He didn't care if the expert was killed or not. He continued his search. This was just the beginning. At least he had tricked a wave of experts from the Void universe. As for whether he could succeed, it all depended on his luck. "Let's go. Let's continue our search," Wang Xian said to Qilin Bull. The two of them continued their search in the grassland. They came to the various tribes in the grassland and sensed the auras in the tribes. When he arrived at the 4th tribe, he didn't find any powerhouses from the Void universe in this tribe. However, he sensed the aura of another divine origin Creation Realm expert. At the same time, that expert also sensed Wang Xian's presence. Wang Xian stared at the old man with the wood elemental staff. That old man also looked at Wang Xian. In the end, they left in opposite directions. There was no enmity between them. They weren't familiar with each other either. They were all competitors and didn't know each other well. Therefore, they didn't have any contact. Wang Xian left immediately after circling the tribe. "Let's go." They continued their search. Wang Xian and Qilin Bull searched the entire grassland. They spent more than 100 years roaming the entire grassland. When he didn't find any experts from the Void universe, he headed for the water source closest to the grassland. The grassland and the water source were 2 different sources. The water source could be said to be the ocean. The difference was that the water source was shrouded in heavy rain all year round. In the sky, it was raining cats and dogs. From time to time, special rainbows could be seen. It was like a mirage. There was a unique scenery. In the sky above the water source, there were also tribes shrouded in heavy rain. These tribes lived above the water source and were shrouded in heavy rain. They used water energy to build many majestic buildings. "Boss, the scenery here is really good." When they came to the front of a tribe, Qilin Bull looked around with a smile. "Yeah." Wang Xian nodded his head. Every universe had some very majestic and stunning places. This water source had indeed shocked them. The water source was huge, and its area was much larger than the grassland. Most importantly, it was shrouded in rain above and the ocean below. "Let's go in and have a look." As Wang Xian spoke, the two of them entered the tribe. At this moment, Wang Xian was holding a water attribute sword and dressed exactly like the cultivators in the water source. Qilin Bull was the same under the shroud of his energy. They entered the tribe ahead and walked on the path condensed by water. Raindrops fell from the sky, and around them were buildings made of condensed water energy. There were many special items in the buildings. Wang Xian and the rest looked around. Wang. At this moment, he felt the spatial compass on him vibrate. This made Wang Xian squint his eyes. Chapter 4098. There's an expert from the Void Universe in this tribe. Wang Xian squinted his eyes. With a flick of his palm, he took out the space rune's compass and checked the distance. After checking the distance, he squinted his eyes. Continue. Wang Xian revealed a faint smile. However, this time, he did not rush over immediately. Instead, he roamed around the area and controlled a third-order sovereign realm expert. After Wang Xian controlled him, he brought him towards the location of the Sky Origin Realm Creation Realm expert in the Void Universe. It's right in front. Wang Xian looked at the space rune's compass. Without any hesitation, he waved his arm and sent a wave of energy towards that direction. It contained the power of searching for enemies in the void. In an instant, it entered the region. At the same time, in a building in front, two figures were seated inside, discussing some matters. These two figures were the ones who had ambushed Wang Xian previously. At this instant, the two of them felt a wave of energy shrouding them. Their expressions changed and their eyes narrowed. What's going on? The two of them stood up immediately and unleashed the power of space to sense their surroundings. Crackle. However, at this moment, the power of searching for enemies in the void landed on them. Send the news out. Wang Xian ordered the expert from the tribe who was being controlled. Rumble. Who dares to create trouble in our Fuha tribe? At this moment, Wang Xian's attack had attracted the attention of the expert from the tribe. The Fuha tribe was strong and had a few Pinnacle Universe Lord Realm experts in the tribe. And the energy that Wang Xian unleashed just now was at the Pinnacle Universe Lord Realm. This power was already very powerful and terrifying to them. An expert from the Ming Fuha tribe flew out and looked over warily. Whoosh! As for the Third-Order Universe Sovereign Realm expert controlled by Wang Xian, he wielded a sharp sword condensed from the power of wind and lightning and immediately flew towards the group of experts. What happened next was the same as the previous time. Wang Xian, on the other hand, did not hesitate to escape immediately. It was completely silent. No one knew that he was the one who did it. This energy? It's the energy that General Jing Kong was talking about. It was this energy that landed on General Jing Kong and caused him to be locked on by the Six Paths Universe's Tian Yuan Fate Realm experts. Damn it, we have to run now. At this moment, the two Divine Essence Creation Realm powerhouses from the Void Universe sensed the changes in their surroundings. They sensed the energy attached to their bodies, and their expressions changed slightly. General Jing Kong was killed by the Heaven Origin Creation Stage experts in the Six Paths universe because he was locked onto by this energy. He couldn't even escape. Now that they also had this energy in their bodies, their expressions became extremely ugly and angry. Someone was plotting against them. If they didn't escape, they wouldn't be able to get rid of the energy in their bodies. Then, they would be finished. Without the slightest hesitation, the two of them desperately teleported away. While they were on the run, in the sky above the center of the 6 treasure lands, in that lofty palace. Another piece of information. Not bad, not bad. I really hope that the infighting between those guys is as fierce as possible. The figure shrouded in golden light received a message, and a smile appeared on his face. Without the slightest hesitation, he instantly disappeared. This time, his speed was much faster than last time. In less than 10 minutes, he arrived at the floating tribe through the teleportation array. After receiving the familiar sharp sword from the floating tribe's powerhouse, a smile appeared on his face. Following the guidance of the sharp sword, he quickly chased after the 2 Heaven Origin Creation Realm powerhouses in the Void Universe. An hour later, he sensed the aura of 2 figures in front of him. Space attribute, it's the space attribute again. With so many space attribute creation realm powerhouses, they should be powerhouses from the Void Universe. Who could be plotting against them? Powerhouses from the 9 Origins universe? That's very possible. Jinbao had become a Heaven Origin Creation Realm powerhouse a long time ago. He also knew a little about some things. For example, the war between the 9 Origins universe and the Void Universe. This was something that many powerhouses in the universe knew about. However, Jinbao didn't think too much about it. Although the other party was an expert from the Void Universe, and they didn't have the space attribute here, the energy contained in their bodies was still a huge treasure. Even if they didn't use it, they could still trade it. Swish, swish, swish. The next moment, a golden radiance erupted from his body and shrouded the two heaven origin creation realm powerhouses in the void universe. Not good. The Six Paths universe's heaven origin creation realm powerhouses are chasing after us. Let's split up and escape. The two heaven origin creation realm powerhouses from the void universe felt the energy behind them and their expressions changed drastically. Without any hesitation, they immediately took out their trump cards to escape. Wong. Wong. They took out two scrolls and crushed them with heartache. The scrolls disappeared instantly. The golden radiance attacked where they disappeared and Jean Bao's figure appeared. If it weren't for this sharp sword that can guide us, you guys would have really escaped. Jean Bao flew over and saw the sword of wind and thunder in his hand split into two sharp swords, pointing in two different directions. He smiled. He flew quickly in one direction. At the same time, he took out his communicator and sent a message. He chased after them in one direction. In less than an hour, an incomparably huge palm appeared on the ground below. It directly grabbed the sword that was floating in the air and pointing in one direction. The palm grabbed the sword of wind and thunder in its hand and then disappeared into the ground. Damn it, the energy in this body is hard to get rid of. It's over. If the Six Paths universe's heaven origin creation realm powerhouses chase after us, we're finished. One of the heaven origin creation realm powerhouses used a treasure to teleport a long distance. However, when he wanted to get rid of the energy in his body, he found that it would take some time. However, this little bit of time would cost him his life. He quickly took out his communicator and transmitted the situation on his side to all the powerhouses in the Void Universe. When the powerhouses in the Void Universe received the news, their faces were filled with astonishment. Not long ago, General Jing Kong was killed. Now, two of his companions were going to be killed? This meant that they were going to kill all the powerhouses in the Void Universe. This made the Void Universe's powerhouses reveal a cold, murderous intent. I've been killed. I can't enter the Six Paths universe now. I need some time to recover. Country Duke, someone wants to kill all the Heaven Origin Creation Realm powerhouses in the Void Universe. Be careful. An hour later, the powerhouses in the Void Universe received another piece of news. Chapter 4099. When news of the death of a divine origin creation realm expert from the Void Universe came. News of the death of a second divine origin creation realm expert also came. In a short period of time, 4 divine origin creation realm experts from the Void Universe have been killed. Someone is deliberately targeting us to weaken our combat power. Damn it! Who's the one who did this? We have to find out. Otherwise, we'll all be in danger. That guy in the dark seems to be able to pinpoint our location. Furthermore, why are the Six Paths universe's Heaven Origin Creation Realm experts able to arrive so quickly? Could it be that they are working together with the Six Paths universe's Heaven Origin Creation Realm experts? The possibility of them working together is not high. If they did, we wouldn't have been able to escape so far. Could it be the 12 ancestral sorcerers of the 9 Origins universe? The 12 ancestral sorcerers have very strange methods and are very powerful in terms of detection. General Jing Kong was killed by the 12 ancestral sorcerers, but their methods are clearly different from the 12 ancestral sorcerers. It shouldn't be the 12 ancestral sorcerers of the 9 Origins universe. No matter what, we have to catch them. Otherwise, we'll all be in danger. Let's leave the Six Paths universe and come to the chaos to discuss countermeasures. Find that guy and kill him. The Divine Origin Creation Realm experts of the Void Universe discussed. They all had ugly expressions on their faces. Although they could be resurrected after being killed, resurrection was not that easy. However, resurrection was not that easy. The treasures required for resurrection were extremely precious in the universe, especially that kind of resurrection treasure that could cause no damage. Among the experts in the entire Void Universe, only 1 or 2 people possessed such a treasure. As for the others, they had to pay a price after resurrection. Moreover, after resurrection, the resurrection treasure would also disappear. This was a huge weakening of their strength. Therefore, It was a huge loss for the Void Universe that the 4 Creation Realm powerhouses of the Divine Origin Realm had been killed. The remaining Divine Origin Creation Realm experts in the 6 Paths universe immediately flew towards the chaos. They had to discuss countermeasures. This time, 8 Divine Origin Creation Realm experts from the Void Universe entered the 6 Paths universe. Great General Kong Yi was unwilling to accept the fact that he had been tricked and killed once again, so he rushed over again. However, General Jing Kong and the other 2 Divine Essence Creation Realm experts did not have a powerful resurrection treasure like Kong Yi, so they were still recuperating. The 5 Celestial Yuan Creation Realm experts quickly flew towards the chaos. They're all here. One by one, the figures arrived in the primal chaos. The suppressive force from the universe on their bodies had completely disappeared. The 2 old men in the lead glanced at them and said plainly, "Duke Xinghua, they are all here." A general from the Void Universe nodded. In the Void Royal family, those who could be called great generals were all existences at the creation of heaven origin level. Those who could be called country protector duke possessed the strength of a control level master. Among the 5, 2 of them were state dukes, which meant that they were both control level divine origin creation realm powerhouses. I have an idea now. The state duke on the right glanced at them and spoke. "Lord Xinghua, please speak." A Void Royal General said respectfully. According to the analysis of the information sent by Jing Kong Yi and the others, the one who killed our Void Universe powerhouses, even if it wasn't one of the 12 ancestral sorcerers of the 9 Essences universe, is definitely related to the 9 Essences universe. He most likely has some sort of treasure that can detect spatial energy. Furthermore, he also has a special secret magic that allows him to lock onto us. It's a wind lightning type secret magic. That reminds me of a race that our king personally killed 2 eons ago, a unique race from the 9 Essences universe. That race had wind and thunder attributes. Through the treasures they had, as well as their special bloodline and energy, they were able to restrain spatial teleportation abilities. They were very effective against the armies of the Void Universe. Our king personally found an opportunity to exterminate that race completely and sever their bloodline. This wind and thunder power is somewhat similar to the abilities of the race from 2 eons ago. The state duke on the right spoke. His words caused the other 3 Celestial Yuan Creation Realm powerhouses to be slightly shocked. In that case, it's almost certain that those fellows from the 9 Essences universe secretly killed us? General Kong Yi said with a murderous look. It's most likely the 9 Essences universe. The state duke on the right nodded. We just don't know if the powerhouses from the entire 9 Essences universe are taking action, or if it's just 1 or 2 of them. According to my guess, it shouldn't be all the powerhouses from the 9 Essences universe taking action. If it's all together, it's probably the 12 ancestral sorcerers. Now, we have to launch a counterattack. We have to first eliminate the guy who took action. The state duke on the left spoke. First, we'll eliminate the guy who cast the secret technique. This time, I'll personally be the bait. I have a treasure that I'm confident in eliminating and leaving behind that energy. Using that energy, we'll find the guy behind the scenes and then eliminate him. The state duke on the right spoke with a murderous look. Lord State Duke, are you going to put yourself in danger? Won't it be dangerous? We have to be fully prepared. A great general's eyes narrowed when he heard this. We have to make some preparations. We have to set up some teleportation formations that can teleport us to the edge of the 6 Paths universe. This is to prevent the Celestial Yuan Creation Realm powerhouses from joining forces with the person behind the scenes. As for the rest, I'll take care of it myself. It shouldn't be a problem. The State Duke on the right spoke confidently. All right, leave the teleportation formations to us. Lord State Duke, you guys choose the location first. A great general said. All right. The State Duke nodded. Then, the group discussed for a while, more before entering the 6 Paths universe. At the edge of the 6 Paths universe, they started to set up teleportation formations. This would ensure that they would be teleported here quickly. Once they were teleported here, they would be able to enter the primal chaos. At that time, they wouldn't have to fear the Celestial Yuan Creation Realm of the 6 Paths universe. What they needed to be wary of was the Celestial Yuan Creation Realm of the 6 Paths universe. Only they could annihilate all of them. The State Duke of the Void Universe set the location at the water domain. According to their guess, the person behind the scenes who killed them should still be at the water domain. After the State Duke of the Void Universe set up everything, he went to a tribe at the water domain and waited quietly. Wait for the rabbit. This was the only way. But they believed that the person behind the scenes would definitely continue to attack. Chapter 4100. Wang Xian did not know that he had been targeted by the experts of the Void Universe. He also did not know that the experts of the Void Universe had formed an alliance. In fact, Wang Xian did not even know if those guys from the Void Universe that he had tricked had been killed. It's only been less than 1,000 years. Let's play with them. Wang Xian smiled. He had met 2 groups of experts from the Void Universe in 1,000 years. The probability was high. The 6 Paths universe was huge, but the 6 treasured lands of the water source grassland were not. Given Wang Xian's strength, he could search the entire area in a few hundred years. As for the creation treasures of Sky Origin experts, they believed that the chances of creation treasures of Sky Origin appearing in these 6 treasured lands were higher. Therefore, most of them were gathered in these 6 treasured lands. This was also the reason why Wang Xian could find the creation treasures of Sky Origin experts in the Void Universe so quickly. Let's look around these 6 treasured lands while searching. It won't delay the search for creation treasures of Sky Origin too much. Wang Xian and Qilin left the tribe and traveled under the water source. They were surrounded by seawater. Occasionally, they would meet some elemental beasts. Wang Xian and Qilin did not kill the elemental beasts here. To them, the resources of these elemental beasts were too little. Besides, they were outsiders. It was best not to hunt the elemental beasts here. Wang Xian and Qilin wandered around the water source. The water source was divided into upper and lower regions. Overall, it was much larger than the grassland. There were also some tribes that were located at the bottom. The water was very deep. Even with Wang Xian's strength, it would take him a few days to fly up from the bottom. Will the person behind this show up? As long as he is still targeting us, he will definitely appear. The place where General Kong Yu was attacked was at the grassland, and the place where the 2 princes were attacked was not far from the edge of the water source. The mastermind shouldn't have come to our location. If he continues to target us, he will come here. Lord Country Duke, if we can lock onto the person behind this, we must kill him. Even if we can't kill him this time, we must kill him when the calamity comes. In a residence in the territory of a tribe near the water source, an old man sat there, looking at the contents of the communication device. He closed his eyes and waited quietly. They were very patient. Now, someone was watching them and wanted to mess with them. They had to get rid of the mastermind who was watching them first. Otherwise, they would be in great danger. Therefore, if they did not find the mastermind, they could not continue to search for the Heaven Origin Fortune Supreme Treasure. Time passed day by day. Wang Xian and Unicorn were also strolling around the water source. When they arrived at another tribe, the spatial compass displayed another message. Wang Xian was taken aback when he saw the Heavenly Origin Realm Creation Realm Expert checking the space attribute again. It's faster this time. Don't the experts in the Void Universe have any contact with each other? No. They belong to the same dynasty. Wang Xian murmured in surprise. If they were attacked by the 6 Paths Universe's creation realm experts, logically speaking, the experts from the Void Universe should be on their guard after being tricked one after another. But now, he had found one so quickly. This surprised them. Did the 6 Paths Universe's Heaven Origin creation realm experts not attack them? Or could it be that his void tracking power was quickly erased by the 6 Paths Universe's experts, which prevented him from being targeted by the 6 Paths universe? Both were possible. Boss, what's wrong? Unicorn asked curiously when he saw Wang Xian deep in thought. I found another expert from the Void Universe. Wang Xian said to him. Found it again? So fast? Boss, could there be an accident or some other special situation? Unicorn asked, puzzled. Wang Xian shook his head. It's a little strange. I don't know where the problem is. Anyway, it's not a good thing. He said. The current situation was not quite right. There must be a problem somewhere. He was considering if he should continue to attack. I can attack, but I have to be prepared. Wang Xian thought to himself. Be prepared for danger. He pondered for a while and came to the teleportation formation of this tribe. Wang Xian looked around and got some information. He was ready to attack. He was ready to go to another tribe through the teleportation formation after he made his move. Then, he would leave the water source quickly. As for whether he should find trouble with the experts from the Void Universe, he would have to wait and see. Wang Xian's body shook. Another ghost doppelganger appeared in a corner and quickly hid. Soon after, he found an expert at the Universe Lord Realm and controlled him. He then flew towards the location that the Void Compass had locked on. When he was a few hundred kilometers away from that location, Wang Xian focused his eyes and attacked without hesitation. When the attack landed in that direction, Wang Xian sensed it. He formed a sword of wind and thunder and passed it to the expert who was being controlled. Netherworld Dragon Transformation. In the next instant, he disappeared and came to the teleportation formation. Go, Wang Xian said to Unicorn, who was not far away. He stepped into the teleportation formation and disappeared. He really made his move. At the same time, at the location where Wang Xian attacked, in that room, the country duke of the Void Universe was shrouded by the power of wind and thunder. He felt the energy falling on him. He opened his eyes and they glowed. Humph, this time, I'm going to annihilate you. With a cold look in his eyes, he waved his arm and a teleportation formation appeared in front of him. He directly entered the teleportation array and disappeared. Soon, he appeared at the edge of the water source. This energy is the energy of the extinct race in the Nine-Source universe. It's very difficult to deal with. Even if I want to eliminate it completely, it will take me a few hours. The country duke appeared from the Void Universe and destroyed the teleportation formation. Feeling the energy in his body, his eyes flickered. He moved his palm and a treasure that looked like a spaceship appeared in his hand. This treasure was hollow in the middle, and it slowly enveloped him. Soon after, the power of wind and thunder was separated from his body. He looked at the power of wind and thunder and smiled. He stepped into a teleportation formation not far away. The target has attacked again. The energy has been obtained. Get ready to give chase and finish him off. A voice filled with murderous intent sounded at the end of the teleportation formation. Chapter 4101. Huh? Country Duke, the guy behind the scenes is making his move again? When the Country Duke from the Void Universe appeared in another region, a divine origin creation realm expert who was waiting there immediately asked with an excited look on his face when he heard this. Yes, the energy has been sealed by me. No expert can sense this energy. The Country Duke nodded. Send a message to Tianmin Duke and the rest. Ask them to come over. Yes. The Heaven Yuan creation realm expert from the Void Universe immediately responded. He immediately sent the message. Soon, figures appeared in the surrounding teleportation formations. In order to prevent the experts from the Six Paths universe from sensing them, they were all in different locations. Duke Shining, did you succeed? An old man walked over and asked the country protector Duke in the Void Universe. Yes, the energy has been sealed by me. The rest is up to you, Tianmin Duke. Duke Shining nodded. With a wave of his palm, the treasure that sealed the wind and thunder energy appeared in his hand. Tianmin Duke nodded and took out a treasure as well. My space pointer can pinpoint a target. As long as it's within the range of a universe, he can't escape. Tianmin Duke said confidently. A pointer landed in the wind and thunder energy and slowly absorbed it. Gradually, the space pointer wrapped around the wind and thunder energy pointed in a direction. Locked on? Duke Shining asked. Yes. Tianmin Duke nodded with a smile. In that case, let's start. We must destroy him completely, Duke Shining said with murderous intent. The two of them nodded. The three creation realm experts beside them also nodded with murderous intent. Let's go. They moved and immediately flew in the direction that the space pointer was pointing at. Huh. At the same time, Wang Xian was in another tribe. At this time, he suddenly focused his eyes and sensed something. The wind and thunder energy that he had sent out had disappeared. He murmured and frowned slightly. Is the target too strong this time? Or does he have some treasures in his hands? Treasures of this level are very likely to be in his hands. Wang Xian pondered. However, at the thought of meeting the fourth Heavenly Yuan Creation Realm expert in the Void Universe so soon, Wang Xian had a bad feeling about this. It was his luck that he had managed to find the first 3 Divine Origin Creation Realm experts. However, Wang Xian felt that something was fishy about the 4th place, especially after the enemy seeking through the void he had released was broken. This was a problem, and a very big one at that. Logically speaking, the other experts in the Void Universe should have been vigilant and should have known that 3 Creation Realm experts in the Void Universe had been attacked in a row. However, he still managed to find one so easily at the water source. Combined with the current situation, there was a problem. The experts of the Void Universe are definitely plotting something. Did I succeed in killing those 3 Divine Origin Creation Realm experts? That's possible. If that's the case, they should be thinking of ways to deal with me. If they want to deal with me, how can they be sure of me? Only the power of wind and lightning that I released. I didn't leave behind any other flaws. Power of wind and lightning? Wang Xian's eyes flickered. He felt that he might be in danger. If the experts of the Void Universe really wanted to deal with him, it might not be 1 or 2, but 3 or 4, or even 4 or 5. There might even be Divine Origin Creation Realm experts among them. First of all, these are all my guesses. I have to confirm them, Wang Xian thought to himself. He looked at Qilin Bull beside him and said, Qilin Bull, enter the mother nest first. We might be targeted by the experts of the Void Universe. Huh. Qilin Bull was slightly taken aback when he heard this and revealed a surprised look. Yes, Dragon King. Qilin Bull did not ask further and entered the mother nest directly. Given Qilin Bull's strength, he could come out of the mother nest anytime he wanted. Moreover, he could sense the situation outside. After Qilin Bull entered the mother nest, Wang Xian did not escape immediately. He shook his body and ordered another nether ghost doppelganger to hide at the side of the teleportation formation. Subsequently, his real body flew out. He flew all the way to the limit of the nether ghost doppelganger and his real body. At this position, Wang Xian would need 5 minutes to fly. Even a Divine Origin Creation Realm expert with the space attribute would need 3 to 4 minutes to reach the position of Wang Xian's nether ghost doppelganger. After arriving, Wang Xian waited quietly here. Time passed day by day. In the Void Universe, Duke Xining, Duke Tianmin, and the rest followed the space pointer and flew at high speed. Their speed was much faster than the other Pinnacle Sovereign Realm experts of the Void Universe. After all, the space attribute had a great advantage when it came to traveling. Buzz, buzz. 10 days later, the space pointer in Duke Tianmin's hand suddenly trembled. This made him narrow his eyes. Stop, he's not far ahead. He immediately transmitted his voice and stared ahead. How far is he? Duke Xining looked at him and asked. A distance of 2 teleportations. Duke Tianmin replied. He has a treasure that can detect us. We can't get any closer, Duke Xining said. We have to surround him and don't let him escape. In that case, we will surround him and seal off the surrounding void. Duke Tianmin looked at them and said, All right, we'll disrupt the void with space energy. However, we have to be quick. The energy we're going to unleash is too strong and might attract the Divine Origin Creation Realm experts of the 6 Paths universe. Duke Xining reminded. No matter how strong the guy behind the scenes is, he's still at the Pinnacle Sovereign Realm. If we attack together, we can definitely kill him quickly. The 3 Divine Origin Creation Realm experts beside him said confidently. Duke Tianmin also nodded. He's currently 2 teleportations away from us. All of you head in the other 3 directions. Listen for my signal and directly surround him. Once you encounter him, immediately erupt with your strongest attack and keep him occupied. As long as you can keep him occupied for a moment, it'll be enough. All right. Duke Xining and the rest nodded and distributed the directions. Subsequently, they immediately teleported to their surroundings and began to set up. Soon, messages were sent over. Duke Tianmin pursed his lips. Do it. He bellowed and disappeared instantly. Buzz, buzz. At the same time, above the water source, Wang Xian stood quietly on the water. When the 5 experts from the Void Universe surrounded him, The space symbol compass had already sent out a warning. Seeing the 5 white dots on it, Wang Xian's expression changed slightly. Chapter 4102. 5 Creation Realm Heavenly Yuan Experts. There might even be a control-level existence among them. They really want to kill me. Hee. Moreover, they have treasures in their hands that have locked onto me. Wang Xian murmured to himself as his eyes sparkled. Sensing the 5 figures approaching him at high speed, Wang Xian's figure trembled slightly before he disappeared instantly. Netherworld Dragon Transformation. In the next instant, Wang Xian's figure appeared beside the tribe's teleportation formation not far away. He stepped into the teleportation formation and teleported away immediately. He disappeared. He actually disappeared so quickly. Did he discover our encirclement? At the same time, Duke Tianmin sensed the changes in the Space Needle in his hand, and his expression changed slightly. His expression was a little ugly as he immediately teleported to where Wang Xian was just now. Duke Tianmin, where is he? Duke Xining and the rest teleported over and did not discover Wang Xian. They were shocked. They asked in astonishment. He escaped. He discovered our arrival in advance. The treasure in his hand can detect us in advance. Duke Tianmin's expression was a little ugly. He can detect us in advance? Doesn't that mean he has already escaped by the time we can get close to him? Duke Xining frowned when he heard this and asked. Duke Tianmin nodded, and his expression was also a little ugly. If this was the case, it was not a good thing for them, because as long as they got closer, the other party would discover them. Under such circumstances, the other party would escape directly. They would never be able to lock onto the other party. He has a treasure that can detect our space attribute. Once we get close, he will also discover us. Duke Tianmin said as he glanced at the others. The treasure in his hand is very strong. It will be very difficult for us to surround him. Duke Xining shook his head. He should only be able to detect us with space attribute. He shouldn't be able to detect us with other attributes. A Creation Realm Heavenly Yuan expert from the Void Universe guessed. His words made the others raise their eyebrows slightly. If we can find another Creation Realm Heavenly Yuan expert with other attributes to help us hold back the mastermind, we might have a chance to eliminate him. The Duke of Xining revealed a pensive expression. This is one way. The more experts we can find, the better. As long as they can help us entangle the mastermind, we can quickly rush over and kill him. The eyes of the other Heaven Origin Creation Realm experts from the Void Universe sparkled. Lord Protector Dukes, do you know any experts? This is a very good idea. We can give him some rewards. A Heaven Origin Creation Realm expert asked. I have a candidate here. If we give him some compensation, he shouldn't refuse. Tianmin Duke pondered for a moment before speaking. I'm not sure. Duke Xining pondered for a moment before opening his mouth to speak. Go ahead and ask. If you can't do it on your side, I can do it on my side. According to my senses, the mastermind is only one person. Tianmin Duke said to him. All right. Duke Xining nodded. Even if they could only find one expert, as long as they could stall him for a minute, they would be able to rush over from afar. Moreover, they completely surrounded him. Duke Tianmin immediately took out the communication stone plate and made some contacts. Many Heaven Origin Creation Realm experts had some form of contact with each other. Most of them were used to trade some items. Under normal circumstances, few experts would be willing to do such a thing. However, Tianmin Duke was confident that he could get a Heaven Origin Creation Realm expert over. He agreed. We need to give him some rewards for an expert from the Yin-Yang universe. Soon, Tianmin Duke received the news. He looked at the crowd and said, a Darkness Origin Creation Realm expert from the Yin-Yang universe. He has just entered the realm. In the Six Paths universe, we are all suppressed to the pinnacle of the universe Lord realm. It shouldn't be too much of a problem for the Darkness Origin Creation Realm expert to stall the mastermind for a few minutes. All right. Duke Xining and the rest nodded. We'll split his rewards equally. Also, we must get rid of that guy. In that case, let's prepare for the next attack. The few of them nodded and continued to plan for the second attack. Seems like my initial trap was successful. Otherwise, The Void Universe wouldn't have sent 5 experts to encircle me. Hee. Wang Xian arrived at another tribe near the water source through the teleportation formation with a smile on his face. He wasn't angry because he had been encircled. Instead, this was a good piece of news to him. Moreover, he could be said to have escaped perfectly from the encirclement of the Void Universe this time. The 12 sorcerer ancestors' spatial compasses could detect the experts from the Void Universe before they arrived. Although they had treasures that could lock onto him, Wang Xian also had treasures that could detect them in advance. Therefore, from this point of view, he was safe. He didn't have to worry about the attacks and encirclement of the Void Universe at all. However, I still have to be careful, Wang Xian murmured. Now that the Void Universe is vigilant and counterattacking, I can't continue to trap and kill the experts from the Void Universe. This is good too. I can't continue to look for traces of the Heaven Origin Creation Realm treasure. As he spoke, he flew in a direction. Wang Xian didn't release the unicorn or use the 5 elements grindstone. These were all trump cards to be used. In the face of the powerful Void Universe, Wang Xian still had to be careful even if he had avoided their attack. After all, this was the powerful Void Universe. Flying forward quickly, Wang Xian began to wander around the water source. Time passed quickly again. Dozens of years had passed, and it had been peaceful. However, Wang Xian felt helpless about the fact that there was still no news about the Heaven Origin Creation Realm treasure. Everyone from the Void Universe, in the chaotic space beside the 6 Paths universe, 5 figures were floating there. At this time, a figure shrouded in darkness suddenly appeared and greeted them with a smile. Light Shadow, you're fast. Tianmin Duke looked at the figure and said with a smile, it's just around here. There's a Heaven Origin Creation Realm treasure in the 6 Paths universe. I want to come and take a look too. The dark figure called Light Shadow smiled and said, help us deal with that guy first. Tianmin Duke said to him, no problem. Even if he's a control-level existence, his strength will be greatly reduced in the 6 Paths universe. It won't be a problem if we can delay him for a minute. If he's a beginner-level existence, it'll be even easier, Light Shadow said confidently. Chapter 4103. Upon entering the 6 Paths universe, the strength of the Creation Realm experts would be greatly reduced. All of them would be reduced to below the Creation Realm. There was a huge gap between the beginner level and the control level. However, under the suppression of the universe, this gap was not as huge as before. When a beginner-level expert was suppressed when fighting against a control-level expert, it was still possible for him to hold on for more than 10 days. After all, when the energy was suppressed, the damage would also be reduced. Therefore, the Light Shadow was confident that it could restrain a Creation Realm expert. All right. In that case, let's do it. Tianmin Duke nodded with a smile and gestured to the Light Shadow. The group stepped into the teleportation formation again. When they entered, they took out the space pointer and flew in a direction. Light Shadow, take this space pointer. It can guide you to the location of the target. We will follow you from behind. When the space pointer has all the information, inform us immediately and restrain the target that the space pointer is pointing at. We will rush over immediately. Tianmin Duke instructed the Light Shadow. No problem. The Light Shadow nodded, took over the space pointer, and flew in the direction it was pointing at. This was because they were directly teleported to the edge of the water source. Therefore, after the Light Shadow had flown for half a year, the space pointer received some information. The target is very close. The space pointer has already reacted. I will rush over immediately and restrain him. The Light Shadow saw the information on the space pointer and immediately reported to Tianmin Duke. All right, be careful. Tianmin Duke and the rest immediately replied, this job is really easy. Just restrain a guy, and we can reap great rewards. Moreover, it's very easy to restrain a person. We don't have to do it ourselves. The Light Shadow revealed a faint smile. He looked at the line of defense that the space pointer was pointing at, kept it, and flew over quickly. He hid his figure and pretended to know nothing as he flew. Soon, he saw Wang Xian's figure in his sight. At the same time, he sensed that Wang Xian was an outsider who did not belong to the 6 Paths universe. It should be him, a creation realm expert. The light shadow thought to himself as he looked at Wang Xian. With a slight movement of his palm, he sent out a message. From the power emanating from his body, it's obvious that he has just entered the divine origin realm. 5 experts from the void universe actually need my help to kill a divine origin creation realm expert? He must have some kind of spatial detection treasure. The silhouette's eyes flickered as he snickered in his heart. At this time, Wang Xian, who was in front, also noticed the arrival of the light figure. At this moment, he also discovered the strength of the silhouette. Darkness attribute. Heaven origin creation realm experts. Just like him, he came from another universe. Wang Xian squinted his eyes when he saw him sizing him up. Then, without saying anything, he turned around and prepared to leave. After he arrived at the Six Paths universe, he had already met 2 or 3 other Heaven origin fortune realm experts. Both sides basically left without saying a word. This time, Wang Xian had no intention of dealing with him. Friend, wait a minute. Are you a wood attribute expert? At this moment, Wang Xian unleashed the power of the wood attribute in his true dragon form. If they didn't fight, even a divine origin creation realm expert wouldn't be able to sense it. He spoke to Wang Xian. What's the matter? Wang Xian was surprised to see a foreign creation realm expert at the sky origin realm suddenly greeting him. He looked over and asked, "Nothing much. It just so happens that I have a wood attribute treasure with me. Are you interested in making a deal?" The silhouette asked Wang Xian with a smile. He revealed what he thought was a friendly expression. When Wang Xian heard this, he was shocked. A deal? He wanted to make a deal when he met him? This made him a little doubtful. Buzz buzz. At this moment, he felt the space compass in his mother nest vibrating slightly. There was a sign on it. When he sensed it, his eyes narrowed and his mind changed. He looked at the dark attribute divine origin creation realm expert in front of him and his heart turned cold. Hundreds of thoughts flashed across his mind. He moved his palm and took out the Tai Chi dragon plate. "Oh, you have a wood attribute treasure with you? In that case, we can make a deal. I do have a special treasure with me. This treasure is very special. It combines light and darkness attributes, and its power can reach the pinnacle of the universe Lord realm. It's considered a rare treasure. You should be able to use it. If you have a treasure with you, why don't we make a deal?" As Wang Xian spoke, he took out the Tai Chi dragon plate and flew towards the silhouette. The distance between them wasn't very far. Now that Wang Xian flew over, the distance between them was even closer. This treasure? The silhouette looked at the Tai Chi dragon plate in Wang Xian's hand and was shocked. Their yin-yang universe only had light and darkness attributes. This Tai Chi dragon plate gave him a very special feeling, a perfect fusion of light and darkness. Their yin-yang universe also had such treasures. However, this was the first time they had such a powerful one. To him, this was a rare treasure. It's indeed a good treasure. I want it. The silhouette squinted his eyes and said to Wang Xian, "This treasure, he wanted it. This could be considered an unexpected gain." He laughed in his heart. I wonder what kind of wood attribute treasure this brother has? Wang Xian heard him, smiled, and continued to move closer to him. The distance between them was only about 10,000 meters. This distance was already very close. "Brother, rest assured, my treasure is definitely not any worse than yours." Seeing Wang Xian approaching, the silhouette didn't notice anything. Instead, the smile on his face deepened. There was only Wang Xian here. At such a close distance, he could better restrain the silhouette. Once he could restrain the silhouette, the experts from the Void universe wouldn't say anything when he took the treasure away. Kill. However, before he could finish his sentence, Wang Xian let out a low roar. In an instant, he appeared in front of the silhouette. At the same time, the unicorn in the mother's nest also charged out. The 5 elements grindstone also attacked rapidly. Everything happened in the blink of an eye. The silhouette was too close to Wang Xian. He wanted to restrain Wang Xian, but he didn't know that Wang Xian already knew his intention. Chapter 4104. The silhouette wanted to restrain him, but Wang Xian wanted to kill him, scheming against him. Moreover, the strength that Wang Xian had displayed was merely at the creation realm of heavenly yuan. This made the silhouette less wary of Wang Xian. Moreover, the experts from the Void Universe did not know Wang Xian's strength. They did not even know who the mastermind was. Under such circumstances, Wang Xian's sudden attack made the silhouette's expression change slightly. However, he did not let his guard down when facing Wang Xian. If Wang Xian discovered something and wanted to escape, he was prepared to strike immediately. But what he did not expect was that Wang Xian would attack him directly. How dare you? The silhouette was infuriated when he saw Wang Xian's attack. He had not even made a move and the other party dared to attack him, courting death. However, he was stunned the next moment. In front of him, another expert who had just entered the creation realm of heavenly yuan suddenly appeared and attacked him. In addition, a terrifying killing machine suddenly appeared above the guy who attacked him. This made his expression change drastically. An aura of death shrouded him. 3 against 1. No matter which universe it was, 2 against 1 might not be able to kill an opponent of the same level. But 3 against 1 was basically a one-sided slaughter. There was no way to resist at all. Even in the 9-source universe, experts could teleport back to their own holy kingdom. 3 against 1 could still kill an opponent of the same level. In other universes, it was even more so. Unleash your strongest attack. Kill. Wang Xian locked on to the silhouette, his eyes filled with murderous intent. When the spatial compass detected the experts from the Void Universe flying over, Wang Xian knew that the guy who wanted to make a deal with him was an expert from the Void Universe. Therefore, he could either flee immediately or kill him instantly. If he fled immediately, the other party might pursue and interfere. Therefore, Wang Xian chose to attack. Sneak attack. The other party did not know about the existence of the Qilin Bowl and the 5 elements grindstone. Wang Xian wanted to kill him instantly when he had the absolute advantage. Let him die. Roar. Roar. The Qilin Bull let out a low roar as its horn radiated with terrifying power. Wang Xian stretched out his arm and transformed it into a dragon claw. Terrifying energy began to brew within. Berserk Dragon Star Blast. Up above, the 5 elements grindstone spun, emitting an aura of death. The 5 elements grindstone revolved, obliterating everything. Damn it! Seeing this, the light figure's expression changed greatly. His body shook, and the surrounding dark energy was absorbed into his body. His true appearance was revealed. His body was similar to that of a human, but his face was covered with black patterns, which looked very strange. There seemed to be an abyss in his deep black pupils. He held a round ball in his hand. Blood flowed from his palm into the black ball. A black barrier rose from the sphere and enveloped him completely. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. In an instant, streaks of terrifying energy landed on the black defense. The 2 consecutive attacks caused the defense to crumble. The last attack hit his body. Ka. His body cracked like glass and the dense black patterns on his face began to dim. Die. Wang Xian's eyes were fixed on him as he dashed towards him. The dragon claw clawed at his head. Wang, you'd better watch out. Seeing Wang Xian's attack, the light figure revealed a hideous expression. He crushed the dark sphere in his hand. The dark sphere was shattered. His body gradually dissipated, and Wang Xian's dragon claw hit nothing but air. Huh. Is there a treasure that can help me escape? Wang Xian stared at him with glistening eyes. He clawed at the gradually disappearing darkness. Netherworld Dragon Pursuit. The Netherworld Dragon Pursuit. As long as Wang Xian locked onto his target, he would be able to instantly teleport over once the target escaped. This was the first time Wang Xian used this move. Of course, there was a limit to this move. If the other party could return to his own universe, Wang Xian wouldn't have enough energy for this move. However, the escape of the light figure wasn't to return to his own universe. Instead, it was a long-distance teleportation. When his figure disappeared, Wang Xian waved his arm and kept the unicorn and the 5 elements grindstone into the mother nest. His figure also gradually disappeared. Swish, swish, swish. Swish, swish, swish. The moment he disappeared, the 5 Sky Yuan Creation Realm experts from the Void Universe had already rushed over. When they saw Wang Xian's disappearing figure, their expressions changed. He escaped. He used a powerful treasure to escape. Duke Tianmen stared at the space needle in his hand and said with a grim expression, "The light figure seems to have suffered a powerful attack and escaped." Duke Xining sensed the surrounding energy and said, "In addition, the mastermind might not be one person. There are 2 auras of Sky Yuan Creation Realm experts here. Let's go in and give chase." Duke Tianmen's expression changed as he said, "Wang." At the same time, in the void far away, the light figure's body gradually appeared. At this moment, he looked extremely embarrassed. He had promised the experts from the Void Universe to help restrain a Sky Yuan Creation Realm expert. But now, the treasure he had obtained was not even comparable to the life-saving treasure he had just used. The life-saving treasure in his hand was extremely precious. Even for him, this was the only one. Damn it. Damn it. I've suffered a great loss. I've suffered a great loss this time. That cunning guy actually has such powerful strength and that terrifying treasure. His combat power is no weaker than that of a Sky Yuan Creation Realm expert. As he spoke, he was infuriated. Wang. At this moment, he suddenly felt the space behind him tremble. He felt as though something was staring at him and locking onto him. At this moment, his expression changed drastically. He hurriedly flew to the side and glanced behind him. "Can you escape?" Wang Xian's figure appeared. He stared at the light figure with a cold, murderous look on his face. "You actually have a powerful tracking secret art." When the light figure saw Wang Xian, his expression changed drastically. Without any hesitation, he fled into the distance. "I'll definitely kill you." The unbeginning sacred wings appeared behind Wang Xian, and he chased after him instantly. Swish, swish, swish. At the same time, the Qilan bull and the 5 elements grindstone flew out and surrounded the light figure. Shit. When the light figure saw this, his expression changed drastically again. His heart was beating violently. He quickly took out his communication device and sent a message to the experts in the Void Universe. Chapter 4105. Run, run, run. I must escape, or I'll be dead. Otherwise, my losses this time will be too great. The light shadow fled desperately, his heart filled with impatience. He did not expect such a situation to occur. The expert from the Void Universe had ordered him to hold back an expert, but now this was the situation. It was a situation that almost caused him to perish. Even now, he could only continue to flee. "Today, I'll kill you." Wang Xian looked at the fleeing light shadow with a cold expression. The Qilan bull and the 5 elements grindstone had already begun to surround him. The unbeginning saint wings flapped, and Wang Xian's speed was faster than the light shadow. Just now, the light shadow had already suffered from the attack of the 5 elements grindstone and was already seriously injured. Hence, his speed was somewhat reduced. Now, facing their pursuit, it would not take long for them to surround him. Moreover, the escape of the light shadow and his pursuit had also allowed him to shake off the experts from the Void Universe. The empty word compass could no longer show them. This meant that there was a considerable distance between the 2 parties. Run, run, run. The light shadow saw Wang Xian and the others chasing him at high speed. His forehead was covered with cold sweat, and he kept shouting. If he did not flee, he would really die. He fled desperately. Wang Xian and the others were chasing him rapidly, and attacks were constantly directed at him. Buzz, buzz. Huh, what? The silhouette is now being hunted by the mastermind behind the scenes. The mastermind has 2 existences who have just entered the divine origin creation realm. They have a powerful treasure that can unleash the strength of a divine origin creation realm expert. At this time, the 5 experts from the Void Universe. The Duke of Tianmen received the message from the light shadow. When he saw this message, his expression changed slightly. The light shadow was attacked by the mastermind just now and escaped with the help of the treasure. The mastermind chased after him with the treasure? 2 creation realm experts who have just entered the creation realm and one of them has a weapon comparable to a creation realm expert. Is this a creation realm treasure? Duke Xining's eyes narrowed when he heard this. Almost. We have to rush over immediately. Otherwise, the light shadow might be killed. Besides, they are chasing after the light shadow. Let's go over and kill it. The Duke of Tianmin said coldly. Let's go. Let's hurry over there. The rest of the heavenly Yuan creation realm experts from the Void Universe answered immediately. They quickly flew in the direction of Wang Xian and the others. Mad Demon Shadow. It was located somewhere else. The Qilin Bull stared at the escaping figure in front of him. He lowered his speed, and the runes around him started to transform and condense together. Phantoms of demon gods appeared and attacked the light silhouette at a terrifying speed. Sensing the attack from behind, the light figure gritted its teeth. Its body trembled, and it could only retaliate. The Qilin Bull's attack had caused his speed to decrease. The light shadow's resistance also caused his speed to decrease a little. However, Wang Xian and the Five Elements Grindstone did not slow down at all. He continued to speed up as he approached the silhouette. Five Elemental Transformation, Death Ocean. Wang Xian let out a low growl the moment the light shadow blocked the Qilin Bull. At the side, the great grindstone of 5 elements revolved and turned into water attribute energy. The water energy began to transform into a vast ocean, directly sweeping towards the silhouette. He had just blocked the attack of the Qilin Bull, and now he had to face the attack of the great grindstone of 5 elements. I can't block anymore. Otherwise, I'll be caught up and completely entangled. I don't know when the experts from the Void Universe will arrive. Damn it. Seeing the attack of the great grindstone of 5 elements, the light shadow's expression was extremely ugly. Blood slowly flowed out of the black veins on his face. Large amounts of blood flowed out and covered the surface of his body. He had completely turned into a bloody person. He was depleting his vitality to escape. At this moment, this was the only way. 3 experts of the same level were chasing after him. One of them was attacking him. He could only slow down and block. Then, the other 2 would be able to catch up quickly. Now that the second one was attacking, if he continued to block, he would be completely entangled. Therefore, he could only block it head-on. Block it head-on. Swoosh. The endless sea of death swept towards him and landed on his body. It washed away his vitality. However, he did not have any scruples and did not block it. The blood on his body was washed away. His face started to turn pale. Dragon's chain. Seeing this, Wang Xian's eyes narrowed. He entered the Death Ocean and made use of the power of the great grindstone of 5 elements to increase his speed. A chain appeared in her hand, and she threw it at him. This time, the light shadow could only defend against Wang Xian's chains. If he did not resist, he would be entangled. Then he would be finished. Bam, bam, bam. The light shadow released waves of energy that collided with the chain. The dragon's chain crumbled bit by bit. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. At this moment, Qilin Bull, who had paused after releasing his attack, caught up again while Wang Xian and the light shadow collided and slowed down. He launched another attack towards the light shadow. It's over. It's over. I'm afraid I won't be able to wait for the experts from the Void Universe to arrive. Sensing the scene behind him, the light shadow revealed a look of despair on his face. There was no way to escape. 3 against 1. Under the circumstances where he was already injured, there was no way he could escape. He felt a little regretful. He regretted accepting the mission from the experts from the Void Universe. This time, he had suffered a huge loss. This time, he would need billions of years to recover completely. Roar! Roar! Wang Xian saw Qilin Bull flying over to continue his attack, and the light shadow was completely entangled. He let out a deep roar of a divine dragon. His body shook and transformed into his divine dragon form. His dragon tail swept towards the light shadow. Wong Wong. At this moment, a message was sent from the space compass in the mother nest. The experts from the Void Universe had arrived. In just a minute, they had arrived. Their speed was extremely fast. I still have 3 seconds. 3 seconds is enough to annihilate you. Wang Xian stared at the light shadow with intense murderous intent, trying to kill him, helping the experts from the void universe to annihilate him. He would have to pay a terrible price. Rumble. The dragon tail swept across and landed directly on the body of the light shadow. The light shadow was severely injured instantly. The attacks of Qilin Bull and the five elements grindstone came one after another. Arg, I can't accept this. The silhouette roared with despair on its face. Wang Xian, Qilin Bull, and the five elements grindstone flew in front of him at the same time. Five elements extermination grindstone. The devil god energy of Qilin Bull. Wang Xian's dragon claws landed at the same time. Pft, pft. An unparalleled force landed on the light shadow. It broke through his defense and killed him. Chapter 4106. Damn it. Stop it. Kill him. The five creation realm experts from the void universe had just flown over when they saw Wang Xian and the rest killing the glowing shadow. Tianmin Duke and the rest were shocked as they roared. Space attribute experts. Their speed is really terrifying. Wang Xian's expression changed when he sensed the five space attribute experts charging towards him. Five experts from the void universe were almost undefeatable for Wang Xian and the rest. In particular, Wang Xian sensed that among the five experts from the void universe, there were two who were much stronger than them. There was no doubt that they were existences at the control level. Wang Xian waved his arm and kept the glowing shadow's corpse. A creation realm expert's corpse. Although it was not his core strength, most of the energy was instantly absorbed by the treasure he used to revive. However, the energy contained in this corpse was comparable to the four limbs of Aya's sky demon god that had been chopped off. This was an absolute treasure. Run! Wang Xian bellowed at the Qilin Bull. Qilin Bull did not hesitate and entered the nest. Wang Xian kept the five elements grindstone and took out a space scroll with a flick of his palm. This escape scroll was obtained from the Void Pagoda. The space scroll could allow him to teleport a long distance in an instant. Originally, this space scroll could be used 3 times, but it had been used twice in the Starry Universe. Only the last time left. When Wang Xian took out the space scroll, he escaped instantly. This is a treasure from our Void Universe. A treasure that can allow you to escape instantly. Why does he have a treasure from our Void Universe? Chase him. We can't let him escape. Wang Xian's figure disappeared instantly. Tianmin Duke and the rest flew over and saw this scene. Their faces darkened. They looked around and saw that the aura of the glowing shadow had completely disappeared. He had been completely killed. That figure just now should have the appearance of a divine dragon from the Nine Origins universe. He is indeed from the Nine Origins universe. Duke Shining said with a gloomy face, "Chase him. He escaped with an escape treasure, but that teleportation treasure is a space scroll from our Void Universe. The teleportation distance of the space scroll is limited. We can chase after him. We must kill him." Tianmin Duke looked at them and said. The rest of them nodded. With a swift movement, they chased after Wang Xian in the direction of his escape. Buzz. Wang Xian appeared not far from where the battle had taken place. He checked the space symbol compass and could not sense any experts from the Void Universe. He looked ahead, and with a flicker of his body, one nether ghost clone after another appeared. In an instant, he flew around. At the same time, Wang Xian flew forward. In the process of flying, once the nether ghost doppelganger reached its limit and returned automatically, Wang Xian would release it again, to prevent being completely surrounded and not being able to escape. Buzz buzz. After flying for 10 minutes, another notification sounded from the spatial compass. When he saw the information, his expression changed again. The other party has a treasure that can detect and lock onto me from a distance. It will be very difficult for me to get rid of it. Wang Xian's heart sank as he thought to himself. The distance shown on the spatial text compass showed that the enemy was approaching at a terrifying speed. When the distance reached a certain extent, Wang Xian's body shook. Netherworld Dragon Transformation. His figure trembled slightly and disappeared. He appeared on the right side of a nether ghost clone and replaced it. Subsequently, the notification from the spatial text compass disappeared. His position suddenly shifted from the front to the right. He must have sensed our arrival. The detection treasure in his hand should be able to detect our approach. Tiananmen looked at the space pointer in his hand and saw Wang Xian's position changing rapidly. He immediately spoke. To teleport a considerable distance in an instant, it must be a special secret art, or with the help of a treasure. Secret arts and treasures can't be used indefinitely. Continue the chase. Gong said loudly. Duke Tianmin nodded. They changed their direction and quickly chased after him. Behind him, the other three divine origin creation realm experts couldn't keep up with their speed. After all, Tianmin Duke and Gong were creation realm experts at the control level. They were much stronger than them in terms of the use of spatial power and strength, even under the suppression of the Six Paths universe. The two of them gave chase at high speed. Wang Xian, on the other hand, was fleeing even faster ahead. However, after flying for an hour, there was another notification from the spatial text compass. He's so fast. He caught up within an hour. Wang Xian's expression changed when he saw that he was caught up again. He took a deep breath and sensed the information on the spatial text compass. Wang. When he sensed that the experts from the Void Universe were about to arrive, Wang Xian used the Netherworld Dragon Transformation ability again and instantly widened the distance. Tianmin Duke, who was in pursuit, was slightly taken aback when he saw the change in direction on the space pointer. Zhuofeng. He's discovered us again and is trying to escape, Tianmin Duke said loudly. He changed direction and continued the chase. I'd like to see how long he can escape. Duke Xining's eyes narrowed when he saw this, and he shouted loudly. Another chase. Wang Xian fled again. An hour later, the spatial text compass sensed the experts from the Void Universe again. This won't do. I have to go to a tribe and escape quickly through the tribe's teleportation formation. When Wang Xian saw that he was about to be caught up again, he thought to himself. He transformed again, widened the distance, and flew towards the location of a water tribe. As long as he entered a tribe and used the teleportation formation for a long distance, he would be able to completely widen the distance between him and the experts from the Void Universe. He escaped again. This shouldn't be a treasure for escaping. It should be an ability that he has mastered. He has already teleported a few times easily. He might not have to pay any price for this teleportation. When Tianmin Duke saw Wang Xian widening the distance again, his expression changed and he said in a deep voice. Xining's expression also changed. He gritted his teeth and said, Why don't we use the Void Pagoda to give chase? The energy fluctuation of the Void Pagoda is too strong and its size is too big. It might attract the creation realm experts from the Six Paths universe. Tianmin Duke took a deep breath when he heard this. He hesitated for a moment and gritted his teeth. All right, there are many creation realm experts from the Six Paths universe. There are only 3 creation realm experts in the Six Paths universe. There are no tribes nearby, so we can use the Void Pagoda. All right, let's give chase. We must eliminate him. Duke Xining's gaze froze, revealing a cold expression. Chapter 4107. Wang. In the sky above the water source, a space weapon that looked like a war machine gradually emerged. Void Tower. The war weapon of the Void royalty of the Void universe. The Void Tower was the most powerful weapon in the Void universe. To the experts of the Void universe, it could greatly enhance the power of space. Duke Xining summoned the Void Pagoda, and they immediately entered it. The immense power of space caused the surrounding water flow to stagnate. The Void Tower erupted with terrifying energy. As the country guardians of the Void royalty, their Void Tower was second only to the Void King's Void Tower. Duke Tianmin and Duke Xining entered the Void Tower. They stared at the direction Wang Xian escaped and injected energy into it. Wang. The Void Pagoda trembled and disappeared in an instant. The energy of the Void Tower was very strong, and it was obvious in the Six Paths universe. But at this moment, Duke Tianmin and Duke Xining were determined to kill Wang Xian. They would not hesitate to be killed by the experts of the Sky Yuan creation realm of the Six Paths universe. In addition, they were also betting. They were betting that the experts of the Six Paths universe would not discover them. They were betting that they would kill Wang Xian before the experts of the Six Paths universe discovered them. They had the confidence to do so. With the help of the powerful Void Tower, the distance they could teleport was twice as far as they could teleport on their own. Wang Xian flew rapidly in front. But this time, the Void Compass showed the information of the experts of the Void universe in less than 10 minutes. Wang Xian was slightly taken aback. Huh, how can this be? How can they be here so quickly? How is this possible? Wang Xian's expression changed when he saw the information. Wang. At this moment, he realized that the experts of the Void universe were very, very close to them. They are using powerful treasures. Wang Xian's heart sank and his expression changed. He quickly transformed into the Netherworld Dragon. After the transformation, Wang Xian looked behind him and flew towards the bottom of the water source with all his might. The three Nether Ghost avatars flew in different directions. Boom, boom, boom. Behind him, Tianmin Duke saw Wang Xian changing his direction again. With a cold smirk, he changed his direction and continued his pursuit. The huge Void Tower was like a terrifying monster, wreaking havoc in the water domain. Even peak universe ruler realm experts would feel their hearts palpitate when they saw this. What's that? What was that? How could it be so terrifying? I don't know. That thing looks really scary, and the energy it emits is also very strange. Is it an invader from another universe? Absolutely. How dare they act so arrogantly in our Six Paths universe? The Void Tower teleported. When he tore the sky apart, he appeared in another region. Not far away, a group of Six Paths universe's disciples saw the Void Tower, and they were all shocked. Each and every one of them shouted in shock and anger. It had been tens of millions of years since the birth of the Heaven Origin Fortune treasure in the Six Paths universe. Many experts and disciples of the tribes in the Six Paths universe also heard of this news. Now that they saw this terrifying Void Tower, they naturally thought that it was an intruder. They were naturally furious at the intruders. They immediately spread the news to the tribe's powerhouses and chief. Buzz buzz. It's here again. 10 minutes later, Wang Xian's face darkened again. Another message came from the Void Compass. The experts from the Void universe were still chasing after him at a terrifying speed. After all, the Netherworld Dragon transformation was not an ordinary ability. It could not be used limitlessly. Previously, it was very easy to use once an hour. But now, it consumed a lot of energy to use it once every 10 minutes. In fact, it might even take some time to recover in the end. This Void universe has used a powerful treasure. I have to reach a tribe as soon as possible. However, according to the information in my mind, the nearest tribe will need at least half a month. Wang Xian's face darkened. Qilin Bull, leave with the resources first. He sent a voice transmission to Qilin Bull. Now that his strength had improved, the progenitor tree had also improved significantly after absorbing the energy from him. Now, the soul-returning wood on the progenitor tree had an ability. That was, after he was killed, he could directly bring his corpse back to the Dragon Palace, even if Wang Xian was in another universe. This was the power of the Heaven Origin Fortune treasure. However, the prerequisite was that Wang Xian's corpse could not be suppressed instantly. In other words, if Wang Xian was killed and his corpse was suppressed by the energy, this ability would lose its effect. But even if it lost its effect, Wang Xian's soul could still be pulled into the progenitor tree. He would just lose a body. But the loss of a body was huge for Wang Xian. At least, the Dragon Palace did not have the energy to recover to his current strength. Fortunately, Wang Xian had hunted down a Sky Yuan creation realm expert with the dark attribute. This was a huge amount of energy. Therefore, Wang Xian ordered Qilin Bull to leave with the corpse. Qilin Bull should not have been locked on. Yes, boss. Qilin Bull hesitated for a moment, gritted his teeth, and nodded. He also knew that this was the best choice for now. Staying behind would not be of much help. Qilin Bull flew out of the nest and headed in another direction. Wang Xian continued flying forward. It's not that easy to kill me. He mumbled to himself and took out a communication device. This communication device belonged to an expert on the water source of the Sixth Daos universe. He had obtained it. The communication devices of the Sixth Daos universe were similar to those of the Nine Daos universe. Through this communicator, They could converse and even upload images. The technology involved was not difficult. A Heaven Origin Fortune treasure expert would only need to study it, and they would be able to do it. It was just like how the weak Earth could create the internet. Besides, this communication device in his hand was obtained from a Universe Lord Realm expert. He took the communication device and immediately sent out a message. 10 minutes later, when the space text compass sensed the expert from the void universe again, his body stopped in place. Wong. In less than 10 seconds, the void behind him was torn apart. The space was torn apart. The surrounding seawater surged in all directions. A huge void pagoda appeared in his sight. When Wang Xian saw the void pagoda, his eyes narrowed. So it's the void pagoda of the void universe. This is a powerful weapon of war. Wang Xian mumbled to himself as he took out the communication device and recorded everything. In the next instant, he transformed into the Netherworld Dragon and left. Chapter 4108. Wang Xian was fleeing for his life at top speed. At the same time, he held a communication device in his hand and transmitted the image of the Void Pagoda to the communication device of the Six Paths universe. Outsiders from other universes. Powerful invaders. Enemies of the Six Paths universe. Currently, Wang Xian and his group were addressed as such by the experts and disciples of the Six Paths universe. Now, there was an invader who was so arrogant in their Six Paths universe with such a powerful war weapon. Naturally, it caused a huge uproar in the universe. Countless experts and disciples of the Six Paths universe cursed angrily on the communication device. And this news also spread to the experts of the Six Paths universe, the Creation Realm experts of Six Paths universe. When the Creation Realm experts of the Six Paths universe saw this news, their eyes narrowed and were filled with coldness. Courting death, two figures flew out from the palaces above the six treasure lands and headed towards the water source at a terrifying speed, flying in the sky above the Six Paths universe without any scruples. This was something that the Creation Realm experts of the Six Paths universe could not tolerate. They had to pay the price. Speed up and continue the chase. In the Void Pagoda, Duke Tianmin's face darkened when he saw Wang Xian disappear again. We have to get rid of him within an hour or two. Otherwise, the Creation Realm experts of the Six Paths universe might rush over. All right. Duke Xining also nodded solemnly. They were not afraid that the Creation Realm experts of the Six Paths universe would rush over. Even if they did, they were confident that they could escape. But if they did so, they would exhaust the treasures in their hands. Treasures like these that could allow one to escape were exceptionally precious even for Divine Origin Creation Realm experts. Every Creation Realm expert had 3 or 4 of these treasures in their hands, which was already a huge accumulation. Wong wong wong. Rumble rumble rumble. The Void Pagoda began to shake and cracks began to appear in the surrounding space. The Void Pagoda disappeared again. This time, the energy released by the Void Pagoda was even more terrifying. The distance of teleportation was also greater. 3 minutes later, Wang Xian was flying in front. When he sensed something again, his expression changed slightly. How did the speed increase again? Oh no! Wang Xian frowned. Before the Void Pagoda arrived, he could only teleport again. Buzz. After he disappeared, the Void Pagoda appeared. Himph, do you think you can escape? Inside the Void Tower, the 2 country dukes of the Void universe had cold expressions on their faces. They stared in one direction, and the Void Tower continued to chase. Who? This won't do. I can't transform into a Netherworld Dragon anymore. When Wang Xian escaped once again, he took a deep breath. Next, he would have to rely on other methods. He had to rely on his own strength. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Not long after, the space text compass's warning sound rang out once more. Wang Xian narrowed his eyes and continued flying. A few seconds later, the Void Tower appeared behind him. I found that guy. This time, he couldn't teleport away. It seems that this secret technique can't be used indefinitely. Behind him, when Tianmin Duke saw Wang Xian's figure appearing in his line of sight, his eyes lit up and he bellowed. Attack directly. Duke Xining also let out a low roar, and his palm directly landed on the Void Tower. Buzz. Above the void tower, a terrifying spatial energy was condensing. Boom. Immediately after, a force of space blasted towards Wang Xian. The terrifying speed and energy caused Wang Xian's expression to change drastically. I can't block it. I can't block it at all. He let out a low roar, and his expression was extremely bitter. Shadow Dragon Doppelganger. When the spatial energy was about to land on Wang Xian, his body trembled slightly. The Dharma form of the Shadow Dragon Doppelganger. The Shadow Dragon Doppelganger could allow him to avoid any attack, even if it was a fatal attack. Boom. A terrifying sound was heard, and the energy penetrated his body. Wang Xian appeared at the side. He moved and flew forward with all his might. The spatial energy landed on the void in front of him, causing a huge crack in the entire void. Looking from afar, it was exceptionally terrifying. Damn it, a control-level creation of Heavenly Yuan. With the help of this killer weapon, I'm no match at all. When Wang Xian saw this energy, his expression changed slightly. Roar, roar. He let out a low roar, and immediately transformed into his divine dragon body and flew towards the ocean below. When he entered the ocean of water, Wang Xian swayed his huge divine dragon body and flew at high speed. The divine dragon tribe of the Nine Origins universe. Damn it. Seeing Wang Xian dodging their first attack, Duke Xining's expression did not change at all. With a cold expression, he continued to inject energy into the void pagoda. Wang, Duke Tianmin, who was at the side, also moved his palm, and waves of energy were injected into the void pagoda, following which terrifying spatial chains appeared around the void pagoda. The spatial chains attacked Wang Xian's body. At the same time, a terrifying force of space, similar to the previous one, pierced through Wang Xian's massive body. Boom! The spatial energy completely locked onto Wang Xian and penetrated him. Wang Xian swayed his huge body to prevent his vital parts from being agitated. In the next instant, the position of his tail was enveloped by the spatial energy. A spatial storm instantly obliterated his tail. In an instant, a quarter of Wang Xian's body was gone. However, this was not the end. The chains had also arrived around Wang Xian in an instant. The chains formed by the power of space seemed to have even sealed the surrounding void. All of a sudden, Wang Xian sensed that the space around him seemed to have solidified. It was extremely difficult to move. Walla lala. The sound of the spatial chains reverberated. One by one, the chains entered his body and entangled him. How dare you harm the experts of my void universe? Go to hell. Duke Tianmin bellowed with murderous intent when he saw this scene. The spatial chains entered Wang Xian's body, and the dragon tail was instantly obliterated. Wang Xian took in a deep breath of cold air. The excruciating pain made his face and body tremble slightly. Boom! Wang Xian's body shook, and he directly broke his own body to prevent himself from being completely controlled by the spatial chains. Roar! Wang Xian let out a deep roar. A demonic flower that emitted a unique dark glow appeared where his dragon horns were. Dark flower of the other shore. Parimithas Samsara. In an instant, his body was shrouded by a unique energy. The dark flower of the other shore above his head dimmed instantly. Parimithas Samsara. The body retraced. The part of the dragon tail that had disappeared. The injuries suffered in his body were instantly healed. Parimithas Samsara. With Wang Xian's current strength, he could retrace 9 seconds ago. Chapter 4109. Roar, roar, roar. Wang Xian's body recovered to its peak in an instant. He let out a wild roar as cracks slowly appeared on his body. Netherworld Dragon Transformation. Blood flowed from Wang Xian's mouth as he forcefully used the Netherworld Dragon Transformation. The impact of forcefully using an ability that could not be used was extremely terrifying. It even injured Wang Xian's body that had just recovered to its peak. Moreover, the injury was not light. However, Wang Xian's figure disappeared in an instant. He had escaped the attack of the experts from the Void Universe. He recovered from all his injuries in an instant and escaped by force. When Tianmin Duke and the rest saw that Wang Xian had recovered from his injuries rapidly and left immediately, they were astonished. He left forcefully this time. He's already injured. Continue the chase. Duke Shining narrowed his eyes as he controlled the Void Pagoda to continue the chase. Phew. Wang Xian's body shifted to the Nether Ghost clone not far away. He transformed into his human form and took a few deep breaths. His expression was extremely ugly. He had used all his trump cards. At this moment, Wang Xian had almost used all his trump cards, the strongest ability of the Dark Flower of the Other Shore. This time, the flower of the other shore in his hand was almost useless. He would need at least tens of millions of years to recover. The Dharma form of the Shadow Dragon clone was also unusable. The Netherworld Dragon clone could be used regardless of the damage to its body. However, the Shadow Dragon clone could not be used. He was injured, and it would take him at least a few million years to recover. If he continued to use the Netherworld Dragon transformation, the injuries would be unimaginable. Wang Xian even had a feeling that if he used it 2 or 3 more times, his body would collapse and perish. If I have no choice, I can at most use it twice. If I use it thrice, it's probably no different from death. Wang Xian murmured as he flew forward quickly. The Nether Ghost clone continued to fly in all directions. Wang Xian's speed did not decrease much despite his injuries. However, he had not escaped the experts from the Void Universe yet. According to his memory, he still needed more than 10 days to reach the closest one. Seems like I'm in trouble this time, Wang Xian murmured as he continued to fly at high speed. 3 minutes later, the space text compass showed that the experts from the Void Universe had caught up again. The horrifying Void Pagoda and the horrifying energy made Wang Xian feel bitter. This time, it was a loss. The energy that erupted from the Void Tower wasn't something that Wang Xian could withstand. After all, the Void Tower had 2 control-level Divine Prime Creation powerhouses. Wang Xian shook his head helplessly. Abyss Dragon Transformation? Buzz. Wang Xian's body began to crumble as the vitality in his body vanished rapidly. While he was undergoing the transformation, the surrounding energy pressed down on him, wearing away at his life force. Pooh! After he dodged, he spat out a mouthful of blood. A heavy injury, a complete and utter heavy injury. Without any treasures, it would take him hundreds of millions of years to recover from this kind of injury. However, he could only continue to use it forcefully. Otherwise, they would be finished. Although they could be resurrected, the price to do so was too high. Moreover, he did not want to be killed by the experts of the Void Universe, even if he were to suffer serious injuries and die. If I knew this would happen, I would have brought Enlai along. If Enlai had come, he could have collected my corpse. Wang Xian was trying to find joy in his misery. If Enlai was in this universe, he could have brought his corpse back when he executed the Abyss Dragon transformation. In that case, Wang Xian's recovery would be much faster. He can't hold on any longer. He's forcefully executing this shifting ability. Chase after him. In the Void Tower, Tianmin Duke saw Wang Xian's body crumbling and bleeding. Sensing that Wang Xian's aura was weakening rapidly, his eyes lit up and he shouted loudly, "Rumble!" The Void Tower continued to rumble as it chased after Wang Xian. However, 2 minutes later, the Void Compass sent another message from the experts of the Void Universe. This made him shake his head helplessly. The heavy injuries on his body had slowed down his speed significantly. He had just escaped for 2 minutes, and he was caught up. Continue with the Abyss Dragon transformation. If I die, so be it. At most, I'll just recover. Wang Xian murmured and gritted his teeth. Buzz. Before the Void Tower arrived, Wang Xian executed the Abyss Dragon transformation once again. All Wang Xian could see was darkness before his eyes. His vitality was disappearing rapidly, following which, he felt his consciousness dissipating gradually. The Abyss Dragon transformation was a success. However, after the transformation, his body collapsed immediately. He was on the verge of collapsing. He can't hold on any longer. Behind him, Tianmin Duke and the rest who were chasing after him happened to see Wang Xian's aura disappearing rapidly. Seeing Wang Xian escaping forcefully, their eyes lit up. Chase after him. He can't escape anymore. Destroy him completely. Tianmin Duke shouted with fervent eyes. How dare you be so unscrupulous in our Six Paths universe? You really don't have any regard for us. However, at this moment, a voice suddenly sounded in his mind. Soon after, a figure flew over from a faraway place. The energy on his body was very strange and gave people a creepy feeling. His entire body looked extremely stiff. A pair of blood-red eyes stared at Tianmin Duke and Shining Duke in the Void Tower. Oh no! When Tianmin Duke and Shining Duke saw the figure that suddenly flew over, their expressions changed slightly. If this was in the chaos or their universe, they wouldn't have the slightest change. However, this was the Six Paths universe. In this place, they were greatly suppressed. Damn it, let's get out of here first. That guy is already severely injured. We'll look for him after we escape. Tianmin Duke's expression darkened as he spoke to Shining Duke. All right. Shining Duke's expression changed slightly as he nodded his head. They didn't expect a heavenly Yuan creation realm expert from the Six Paths universe to arrive so quickly. However, since a heavenly Yuan creation realm expert was here, they could only escape, even though they were all at the control level and possessed the Void Tower. However, they were still no match for him. Shining Duke immediately controlled the Void Tower and fled into the distance. You want to escape so easily? Let me show you the power of the sixth path of the Six Paths universe. Undying and indestructible, resurrected from the dead, Six Paths dead. The figure floating in the void narrowed his eyes and shouted coldly. With every sentence he spoke, the surrounding sky darkened. In front of the Void Tower, an incomparably huge coffin appeared. The entire coffin seemed to be sealing the entire heaven and earth.